we're going to recap last session, which was a lot of discovery, and so I'm going to rely on player memories, even though it was 2 weeks ago, and any potential notes that were taken for much of it. The broad strokes are that you salvaged through the Ferretinera. You found no other creepy space zombies, although you did find evidence of creepy space ghosts and a fighter bay, or shuttle bay, which had "The Black Ships Are Coming" written across all the walls with some kind of non-ink, non-paint device, as if the molecules were scalded and rearranged to be black. Tiny little bit of pressure in there. And took in a fairly decent haul, not as good as it could have been, but still good and still quite well on your way towards repairing the ship. Now, that's the bare bones. Anything anyone remembers wants to add?
We did check the things and the records, and did find that 6 of those 500 million people there have some extra identifier on there. IDEN.
That's right, you did.
Yeah, and after we finished shooting the zombies, which in fairness was at the end of the session before last, at least saw those weird light things floating out of them, which none of us nor the cameras saw. We did check the records, but they were not psychic, which I suspected was the possible linking factor. Or rather, they weren't all psychic. Like, that wasn't the only thing setting them apart.
Yeah. Just, I mean, I know this is kind of like going back to something mid-recap, but just a thing that popped into my head there. Was only Elise in viewing range of the light, or was someone else theoretically in range to see it and just didn't?
If I recall, only Elise was. Jackal, I don't remember. Yeah, I think I called for a skill check, and you were the only one that rolled it. It wasn't a matter of multiple people rolled and you were the only one that got high enough. I think you were the only one that rolled it.
This was back during the combat, like 2 sessions ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have it in my notes that only I rolled that.
Okay. So yeah, only Elise was in viewing range, distance, angle, position.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and bring the active screen up.
There is one other thing, but I'm sure we're getting there.
Oh yes, yeah, the big thing.
The big thing.
the tube clicked its final click.
Yeah.
And
the thing that we've only been waiting 14 sessions to get to.
And inside, found...
Which reminds me,
go ahead.
I was going to say, which reminds me, someone remembered to implement the sessions without near TPK counter.
Oh yes.
Yes. We should be on 12 now, I think.
Yeah, because it was end of session 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's been doing that? Who's got the thing there? I'll just move you over real quick.
Me.
Okay.
Malcolm.
Meowcan.
I'm proud of us. We've got a decent length of time, guys. I'm proud of us.
You have, yeah. Alright, let me know when you're done, Meowcan, and I'll put you back on the main map.
Alright, I'm done.
Alright, it's been updated.
Woo.
So
you were saying inside the tube.
Inside the tube, found 10 little devices that could only be described as similar to modern day thumb drives, with without the USB connection. and were identified by Acid as those are QEDs. Those are things that match the description that I was describing after you guys described your symptoms of memory loss. So, with less uncertainty in the language, those appear to be the devices on which your memories could be stored. I guess that still has uncertainty in it, but you're not gonna know for certain until you actually figure out how to
a
test them.
reasonable guess is that that's where I was reading.
Yeah. Like, Acid knows those are QEDs. Acid is very confident that QED is the reason or means by which you lost your memories. There's a very strong correlation between those and you. There's 10 of them.
But scientifically, we can't say for certain.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there were 10 of us that we know of on the Raza at the time, but one of those was an android.
That is true.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll dispel that too. Acid says that they work on androids.
That was going to be my question.
Yeah. Androids.
It would be easier on an android. You just take out their storage unit.
No. Androids, modern androids have a wet brain. There's I think it's a bit of silicon based, but it was developed on Trin. Not on Trin. Sorry, on Trinita Fade. Yeah, the one they faded from. By the Trin, as being as parallel and analogous to the human brain as it could be, given the human brain's kind of amazing capabilities. Obviously, it's not a calculator, but its way of learning and forming thoughts and doing things is still very advanced. And so, yeah, androids have human-like silicon brains. Expert systems have storage chips on which memories can be saved and removed.
Did anybody else notice that while Dex did say that androids can have their memories removed by QEDs, he didn't deny that there was an 11th person on the ship?
Hey, that was an 11th person on the ship?
This is true.
Didn't deny that there was a what?
An 11th person on the ship.
I think you said relevant, but I kept hearing elephant.
Was that a theory? Is that a theory that you had? Is that there was an 11th person on the ship?
I mean, it would. Before I thought, if androids don't have QEDs, could the 10th QED have come from an 11th person? But then,
I see. Okay, I see. Yeah. You're right. He didn't say there wasn't an 11th person, but he did say it works on androids.
I didn't say there was not an 11th person. Correct.
Okay.
Just throwing that one out there. Although, in fairness, it does make more sense once you put the tinfoil hat on, like I did. Anyways.
We can just start looking at them, and then it's none of our numbers, and they go, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, that.
We just got someone else's QEDs.
Dex didn't say that there were 20 people on the ship. It's an entirely different 10 people's sets of memories on those.
It's one of those situations, where you're walking in the hall and you bump into someone, and they all fall on the floor, and everyone's in a rush, and you just get the wrong one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta go find our amnesiac.
Are we setting up for a Freaky Friday situation? It sounds like we're setting up for a Freaky Friday situation.
Yeah. Jokes aside, though, I was actually going to ask, or I think Percy would ask, is there a way to, like with the appropriate tech, view the memories without necessarily uploading them into your brain? Or does it need to be plugged back in, or what? Is that even possible?
Yes, there is a way to view the memories without recovering them. In fact, that's usually the preferred.
Okay, gang, I think we have a new high priority.
Boogie night.
Wow.
You might, and as you're all sitting around the conference table, considering what has just been discovered, we're going to flash back to a less serious time, a less dramatic time, perhaps. And Ginja, you want to set that scene? And also, what kind of music do you want? Creepy space terror music, or like, nice map music?
Definitely not space terror music. Yeah, no, not for this scene. This scene needs some happy music for this scene. Possibly with some bells in it.
With some bells.
Well, you know.
I don't know if I have anything quite.
Bells and whistles?
Yeah. No, just bells.
But I do have this Mass Effect-like music.
What I do have is.
Yeah. So while we're salvaging the bits of this ship that we're salvaging, I don't know how we're arranging work and stuff, but the days are probably kind of blending together. But one of the days, Das would arrange. One of the days specifically, Das would arrange to get everyone into the sort of mess hall type thing at once. And there are 2 sets of things in there. Although probably not. Yeah, probably one set of things and then like a somewhat conspicuous large box. So the first set of things is there is another cake.
Yeah, but what's in the box?
The cake first. The cake comes first. The cake comes first. It is a birthday cake for Douglas.
Is it? I guess it says Douglas on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, it definitely does.
That's my birthday.
Yeah, you didn't think I'd forget, did you?
I mean, I forgot.
Yeah, I noticed.
I was gonna say you don't sound too sure, Douglas.
I mean, is it my birthday?
Yeah.
I pull up my little pull up my data pad and like look, it's like, and
3250 12 25.
It's like, well, damn, it is.
Well, happy birthday, I suppose.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Douglas.
I don't know. They still have Christmas.
Well, that's what's in the box.
Christmas is in the box.
Wow, my God, you managed to box Christmas? That's impressive.
Stuff to put up,
And yes, there is still Christmas.
But I thought we could do that as a group rather than just Das putting it up in secret and then you all just wander in.
I don't know what to say. Didn't just never really thought about it.
Kawana is very excited that it is Douglas's birthday.
Yeah, I mean Douglas is pretty stoked about it. I'm just gonna say Douglas picks that up from me because I just don't do much for birthdays.
Yeah, same.
So, and I also let's be honest. Probably a Christmas baby don't really get much for a birthday, anyways.
No.
It's always more about the Christmas than it is about the birthday. Not that I'd remember that, but I suppose I would carry over that, not getting excited over a birthday thing. But thanks, Das. Or I guess I cut the cake first. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
I think so. Don't like that.
I mean, you could just stick your face into it and take a big bite.
Yeah, could.
Who knows?
Maybe cut it though.
That'd be, yeah, I mean that'd be a bit of a, I guess, a faux pas. Even I know.
Who
how to
knows
do
how who knows how birthday traditions have evolved in over 1,000 years?
that. It's
Yeah.
true.
And a bunch of different planets as well. So it might even be different
That
for each
too.
of us.
That too.
Not that any of us would remember it.
Well, indeed. Indeed.
Oh, actually, how about we go with what's Koana's birthday traditions, Dex? Let's go with one of the people that remembers birthdays. And is excited for them.
Well, Kawana's birthday traditions involve um, a little bit of a assessment, and usually those assessments are all heaped with praise. It's a very uplifting experience where flaws are overlooked, as the Monin that is whose birthday is being celebrated, and basically sits kind of hippie-like in the center of a ring of
And everyone just-
family and friends.
And everyone just heaps praise on them.
Yeah,
No, I think I'm liking this one. Yeah. Let's go with this, y'all.
their gifts are not physical there.
Mm.
Oh. Well, I don't.
And she
Sounds
says,
a bit double
nah,
edged
it's
now,
fine.
hey?
she says, but it's because we already have anything we want. I like this idea of giving a gift.
I was gonna say, no reason we can't mix and match.
Yeah.
And Kawana collapses. Yeah, everyone say something nice about Doug. I'll
Okay.
start. I've never known anyone who works as hard as you do to make sure that this ship runs smoothly, and we never notice if a vent is out of alignment or a screwdriver falls in the drive. That didn't happen.
Who told? Yeah, okay.
I'm certain it didn't happen. Douglas had found a screwdriver at some point near the drive.
Damn it, Quana, you stole my idea.
Oh no!
I mean,
Sorry.
yeah, there's.
You stole
I
my
mean, and it's
compliment.
No, I mean, it's true, isn't it? I mean, that's probably. I haven't known you for very long, Douglas, or not since we woke up, but even so, yeah, that's just the thing that sticks out most. You're super dedicated to not just your work, but pretty much anything else you're doing.
Mm. Yeah, even if it seems completely random, like making a piano.
Well, yeah.
That was a bit of a curveball, but I like the challenge.
You can't deny that he was very dedicated to making that piano.
Indeed, indeed.
Best damn piano you ever seen manufactured on a ship.
Yeah, mostly because most people don't do that. But yep, you made it work. You made it work.
But being the top of a very specific field is still the top of a field.
It is.
Just a very specific one.
Anyways, come on.
Yeah.
Anybody else can give the guy a compliment? Birthday traditions, after all.
It's all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that? I stepped away for just a second. Was that directed at me?
I was directed at everyone except Kwana, since nobody else has said anything yet.
Okay.
I said the piano thing.
True.
It's kind of a latch on to an existing thing, but the piano thing.
In fairness, I was basically just repeating Kwana's in different words.
True.
I mean, to be fair, that's most of what Douglas has been, working.
Look,
Well, that's
it's a new
fair.
tradition. We're making it up as we go, okay?
Wing it.
Dying is bad, and you did not die. Way to not die.
I was quite proud of that too.
I'm not dying.
Kawana looks
Yeah, that works.
expectantly at Elise.
What is she looking expectantly for?
For Elise to say something nice about Douglas.
He made me a piano. That was nice.
Yeah.
I've been practicing.
Can you play us a birthday song?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what it leaves on the spot. Surely you've had time to prepare for this because you've been practicing with Dash, right?
Yeah.
And surely since Dash planned this,
a,
Dash has taught you.
Are we doing a duet here?
I've been practicing solo.
Yeah, and surely Dash has suggested that you learn the birthday song.
May I attempt to perform the birthday
There'd definitely
song?
be like either a birthday or a Christmas.
But no,
would be on
not
less
too much.
than one.
May I attempt to perform the birthday song on the piano?
We're
Ducks?
turning this into a recital.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and roll it, Jackal?
I will go ahead and roll it. Can I get a -2? I'm still learning after all, right?
Sure.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's
I didn't see
not
the
bad.
1. I just saw the 6. So I'm like, oh man, that's passable.
Yeah,
I was
that's
going to say a 6 is probably acceptable.
that is definitely without any major errors. And definitely listenable. It's even enjoyable. It's not the fanciest. It's not the greatest. It's there's certainly room for improvement, but Elise seems to have taken to the performance arts, even with the learning what seems to be learning a new instrument. Very well. Like she was trained at Juilliard or something. That's probably not it, but that effect.
Juilliard is about
Man.
music and stuff. Is it about music too?
Man, is there anything
I
you
don't know.
psychics can't do? They pick up new things really quickly.
Yeah.
Uh,
I feel like with Elise doing that, Das needs to try now.
there's a lot of stuff that I can't do.
Not with that
I want
attitude.
Christmas are my two friends.
You say it again?
Oh, he was trying to get me copyright strike
Yeah,
with the
I was doing my best. I'm really good at triggering
Yeah.
this.
So does Das want to try on her own, or is she going to join Elise and play dual piano?
I think that's up to Elise.
Elise is not comfortable with the dual.
Okay. I'm going to do it at the same
I think-
-2.
Okay.
And we'll see
Piano
how,
solo.
how bad this goes.
my
Oh,
God.
wow. Yeah, and I will point out, you have a +1 on the charisma there, and a 0 on the skill. I have -1 on the skill and 0 on the charisma.
The GM is going to moderate this a little bit here because
Yeah.
Das hasn't had an actual opportunity, aside from what practice she's done on the ship so far, to play piano or this is it's her 8 is not going to be the same as Elise's 8.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
But Elise was a 6.
Yeah.
Is Dash 6 gonna be the same, or 8 gonna be the same as Elise's 6?
There's a question.
Yeah, they're still going to be different, I think. I'll let you get into the specifics of it, Ginja, but Das would be playing her 8 as someone who is still learning, whereas Elise played her 6 as someone who was getting back into it.
Right. Yes. Yes. Yeah. It's like I guess it's like Elise has rediscovered an ability, whereas Das is kind of figuring things out still and still making the very simple mistakes from time to time. And the 8 maybe says they're happening less often, but they're definitely still happening.
Yeah, and maybe even the 8 says that she is like by the note and functionally correct in everything, but lacks the creative improvisation.
Yeah, that fits Das. That fits Das. Yeah.
in fairness, it's not like she's doing a whole concerto or anything. It's just happy birthday.
Yeah, exactly. It is still good,
Although
and it is
that-
still enjoyable.
Yeah. Although with that being said, like I say, traditions could have changed in the next 1,000 years. Maybe it is tradition to do a happy birthday concerto.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. We can make it one on the ship.
Yeah, maybe it is like a 7-minute long song now. Who knows?
Well, then you have to get Douglas on the guitar and Libra on the
Yeah.
screaming.
Yeah, maybe
We
skip
thought
the last one.
What?
The thought of Douglas being the best musician
Libra
that
has
did a
spirit.
car, but it seems wrong to get him to play music at his own birthday.
Well, I mean, if we're really getting into music, I'm gonna break out the guitar anyways, just for my own sake.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fun for him.
Honestly,
Yeah, it's fun for me. I
Honestly, I'm
don't.
surprised-
I mean, I know y'all feel put upon, but it's something I do for fun.
honestly, I'm surprised Libra didn't already try and sing Happy Birthday when she saw everyone else perform.
She got a look from acid. Acid and Libra did also have things to say, as well as Notario. Acid kind of under her breath and while rolling her eyes.
Painful.
Yes, as if this is painful in her soul. Said real quickly, "You're pretty nice and you're good with engines too."
Honestly, coming from Acid, that's the equivalent of getting like a 3-minute speech from anyone else.
Right? That's the highest praise I've heard yet.
And with a little bit of nudging, she actually adds to it. Nudging from Libra, she actually adds to it and says, "You're okay for a human."
My heart.
Oh, shut up.
Full. I don't know if I can take no more.
And Libra will kind of follow from that, and this also says, "Douglas, you're the kindest person I've known, even with a hardened heart and sad soul, both before and after your memory wipe. Never change."
Don't change again.
And from Notario,
Who would have known the android's the most sentimental one of us?
and from Notario, you gotta play that guitar more. What? That is my compliment.
All right, no, I got it. I feel it. That's it. Yeah. Oh, I mean, like I said, at some point tonight, I'm breaking out the guitar
All right.
as the party, assuming the party goes on, and it's not just that, right? I assume at some point it's just kind of like various things.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think it does.
DAS would definitely have set up for there are things available for a while if people want to sit around and do things, but
Did DAS come up with party games?
she might have done, yeah. Yeah, she might have done.
I feel like Poana was involved in this.
Oh, probably, yeah.
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 Yeah, the party can certainly go on for a while. This being about the middle of your salvaging week, it has been rough. You guys are a small crew, which means a small salvage team, and there's still a lot of things that need to be done on the ship. So it's been a rough half of the week, and you've also been doing that for a couple weeks just getting here. It does drive home the need for a few more crew so that you've got people that are maintaining the ship, at least to some extent, while you're out doing things. If you can get 10 people that stay on the ship while you're out doing things, or while 5 of your crew are out doing things and you stay on the ship, that will make things a lot less exhausting. Your minimum crew is 10. Yes, that is assuming that you don't have basically an away team that is working full-time scavenging something.
I just thought in the sense that Das mentioned party games, I'm just and given that we are all space pirates, I'm just imagining a really, really fucked up game of Never Have I Ever.
It's even more fucked up for you guys.
Yeah, that wouldn't work as well, because we don't remember what we have or have not done.
True. That's disappointing. Yeah. Just never have I shot a boarder in the face with a shotgun. Percy drinks.
Yeah, you probably don't even need your memories to know that one.
All right. You said you had another scene also, Ginja? Or was just combined?
That was the two.
Okay, you combined them. It makes sense because they were combined.
They were the same day, so yeah.
I am also imagining the the Never Have I Ever, if we actually did play that, like, just like all the people that actually saw their memories just like call us out. Ticked off that we're basically cheating.
Yeah.
That it also. See, you say that, I'm imagining like somebody says, "Never have I ever done X," and we all look at like Acid and Natalia, like, "Have I done that? Have I done that?"
Who needs to drink here? Yeah.
Yeah. Which also means that they could really fuck with us, just like.
Yeah.
You know, Acid would just have you all drinking all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
See, this is why
at a certain point, we're just asking. Yeah. We're just asking to see how ridiculous Acid is.
Which is why we have 3 people to consult.
Yes, we just get all of them. Yeah. Can androids drink? Is that a thing, or can Libra be like the impartial judge there?
Libra does not have any kind of internal hardware or cavities that can accommodate drinking of any sort.
Yeah. So, impartial judge. There we go.
She can hold a little bit in her mouth because it is designed to look like, when she speaks, there's not just a wall of metal behind the teeth.
Yeah.
But that's all she can do. And she also has difficulty getting it out because she can't just blow and it comes out.
What?
Difficulty getting out any fluid that she puts in her mouth.
Ah, right, yeah.
She has to basically tilt her head over.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's return to the present in the conference room where you have these 10 little thumbs sitting around you. And I'm going to go back to the terror music now.
Why would you do that?
Surely there's nothing about these to be concerned about.
Let's watch the trauma movie first. No takers?
I didn't hear you said watch the trauma movie first?
Yeah, who wants to watch their trauma movie first?
Oh, right. Wait, do we have the...
Oh.
Like, do we have something that could play these back?
So, according to Acid, well, let me first ask. You guys, I'm assuming that you guys are just the 5 of you in a conference room. You've discovered these. Acid has told you what they are, and you took yourselves, the 5 of you that have been affected, in private to consider what all of this means. I'm gonna change Titan ship to conference room.
Yeah,
And
we'd probably at least initially have just the 5 of us.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Everyone
we
up.
pull in the others eventually, but start with just the 5. And
Yeah. Yeah, let's get back from salvaging. There we go.
See, I still can't change the is it the font, the features of text that's already in play. Oh, maybe. Hang on. Yes, I just can't actually be clicked into it, I guess. There we go. Bolding helps a little bit.
a little bit.
So we're in the big conference room then. Big dark conference room.
It's fairly well lit.
Oh no, it's just because you made the text bigger and then made it black.
Oh.
You're right. Well, sorry, that's.
And now
Gotcha.
it's blue.
No, it's just low lights.
Interesting lighting choice.
God, with all the lighting changes in here, you could probably hold a rave in the conference room.
Yep.
Hey, maybe that's what we should do for the next birthday that comes up.
There you go.
Yeah.
Whose birthday is next? That would appreciate it
Yeah,
as a birthday.
I actually that reminds me actually. Well, at some point, not necessarily during the actual celebration of Christmas and Doug's birthday, Das would definitely be trying to find out everyone else's birthdays that actually we still know. So I think that just excludes Das and Elise, but I think we know we like everyone else is known theoretically, and Das would be trying to find out. Not like in a direct like go up to someone and like when's your birthday, but you know, just to have the information and write it down, and then when it comes up, Das already knows and has plans. You know.
Are you including NPCs in that?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Anyone that's on the Raza for like more than a day.
More than until we reach the next planet.
Yeah.
Dima.
Yeah. So including Dima.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Okay. Looks like I only have age for the NPCs. I will get that to you later then.
That's fine. Yep. Cool.
Let me check the entire roll. Yeah, no, I've just got ages for them. I'll randomly assign them birthdays later, and I'll also make sure that none of them would have occurred within the time frame.
I was going to say, yeah, if some of them would have occurred in the time frame since we met them.
Yeah, I am
a little odd.
I'm a very, very big on not adding in new details which would have affected continuity.
Yes.
You know, if you're like, well, wait, I would have done this, then that's something that I'm going to avoid doing. So,
Yes.
yeah. What time frame do you want me to avoid?
Well, we met them again on. When did we meet them again? 18th of November.
Okay, so
we met them again on the 18th of November. So 18th of November through to whenever we end today.
Right. Okay. I have boxed that on my notes. So yes,
And
you're
I
all
scrolled way up to find that, and I just scrolled back down to where I was, and it's there like 4 times in that point.
I put Doug and John in the conference room because I am assuming that a meeting was called.
Yeah. 5 of us, yeah.
Oh yeah, like anyone that was not present when the box went click, Das's immediate response to the box being open would be, after obviously talking to Acid and working out that they are, would be get everyone in a thing and be like, okay, so this happened.
And to
you've been fiddling with.
remind of one other detail, this tube was not designed to hold these. It was designed like that styrofoam packaging that you get TVs in, it was form-fitted to hold something that is not these.
Yeah.
This was a courier
Yeah.
container of sorts.
Yeah.
Interesting. Anyways, yeah. Do we have do we need some sort of special piece of technology to watch backup memories, or can we use these on the systems that the Raza has?
So I'll say that even without including Acid in the conference room, she will have given you some basic details, such as the equipment on this ship is sufficient to both begin a memory removal process and to view memories, but not to recover them without some very messy side effects.
Right.
She's not an expert on these. She only knows them just because she's old and she's Trin. Well, not old, but she
Old
was
enough.
yeah, she was an adult when Trinita Fade lost its atmosphere. And she was an adult doing research at the time. She's very educated. So she would also have made some intimation that the recovery options available to you right now basically result in whatever memories are contained on that all rushing back as if they're brand new, fresh experiences. Now, if there's only a couple days, then that's not really a big deal. But if you've got years of trauma built up, it becomes a very huge impact on that person's personality.
Yeah, and all
So trauma
the
movie may not
emotional
be
response.
wrong.
Yeah, and all the emotional responses coming back at once as well, I guess.
What was that?
All the emotional responses happening at once, I guess.
Yeah. It's like if you suffered trauma from an abusive parent as a kid and you've spent decades getting over it, it's coming back as if it was yesterday. So for some people, that's not a bad thing. Doesn't seem the case with your lot. There seem to have been some things.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We've all been through. Presumably, we've all been through a lot of shit.
I mean, you say presumably. I know from my criminal record I've been through a lot of shit.
Yeah. However, only I can be the probably only I can be the one to say like you guys were just molded by it. I was born in it.
Excuse you, I was a space pirate at your age.
Yeah. I was literally born in a prison. What's your point?
Oh, right, yeah, fair. It's like my mind, sorry. Honestly,
it's not a
Percy's
competition, right?
Honestly, Percy's distracted.
It's not the
He's just
Trauma
really keen to.
Olympics.
Trauma Olympics.
Percy's distracted. He's really keen to check out his data chip, actually. In fact,
are they marked in any way? Can we tell like whose stuff is on them, or is it just a case of you look at it and you work out like, oh, that looks like a prison?
No, they do have
gas.
They do have some marking on it. They look like they've been labeled with a number and then X and there's 3 more numbers.
Oh, what a coincidence!
What a coincidence! Yeah.
I wonder if the one that says 0x872 will perhaps be Percy's.
Now, remind me, how much did you look at the serial numbers on the stasis tubes?
Pretty confident someone went back and looked at it.
I thought so. Yeah.
For the first few sessions, we were referring to each other by names until we found or by number until we found their names.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
And I believe I also at some point asked about the numbers on the other ones. So we have looked at the numbers on all 10. I do remember that one of them it was sort of scratched off or something. I assume that would otherwise have said 577.
And actually, I should correct what I said about the labels, 9 of them have that label, that number scheming. The other one is labeled Android.
Interesting.
I wonder which one that
Well, there
belongs
you
to.
go. I wonder.
I wonder who that's for. Yeah.
Maybe it's Libra's secret backstory.
Yeah. How on the memory viewing side, like, is it keyed to the person whose memories they are, or can they just be pulled up by anyone that happens to have the QED?
Acid would have, until you bring her in, Acid would have in the past simply said something about that they're individualized. The memories have their own kind of memory itself, and they don't
Okay.
like other people.
Right. So, yeah. I was just sort of like, are we going to be able to maybe find something out about the others? But it sounds like probably the answer is no.
She has, however, said that they were that a future development of this technology has led to them being used for interrogation. So there has to be a way for somebody else to view it. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, but I guess that might then be similar to the full restoration. That might be something we'd need other equipment to do. So we shall see. We shall see.
Yeah, Percy's just really keen to check his out.
Yeah, I think Das would have basically set the box on the table and put the QEDs next to it, probably arranged in a neat grid, and she's just sat there staring at the one that says 180.
Well, your foremost expert on these is still Acid. Do you want to call her in? Or is there more discussion to be had between you?
Did she tell us how to view them, or would we need our help for that?
No, she hasn't told you. The most she said that it is a detailed process. That it requires some expert knowledge, I guess.
Okay, well, personally, I don't see any reason to not bring her in. I'm really keen to check these out.
I also would like to bring her in. I would like to see my memories.
Yeah, I have some questions, but Acid is probably the one to answer those. So yeah,
I need answers. God damn it, I need answers.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, Elise, I just realized something. I just realized something, Elise. Once you check yours, like, if you choose to upload some of them, I don't know if a partial upload is possible, but you might actually remember being friends with Koana.
Wow.
Cool thought. Those things are not ever going back up here. They're going to stay right where they are. But
yeah,
it'd be neat.
Maybe not, but you know what I mean.
Be neat to know. I'm more concerned about, what I was doing before that has like a corporate boogeyman after me, but sure, friends are nice.
Plus, people do keep talking about how they like you better now.
Yeah. Didn't want to bring that one up. That one still kind of hurts personally.
yeah. I was debating whether I should bring it up, but
Everyone always going like, "Oh my God, you're so much nicer now, and I like you so much more." I'm not even doing that much. I feel like I'm just as rude as I've always been. Yeah. Then again, that's a very short timeline, but like.
It's like you're doing the bare minimum and getting praised for it. It's like, how bad was Sarah?
The bar's not on the floor. It's like embedded into the ground. Like I don't even have to step over anything.
You just lie on the floor and still clear the bar.
All you have to do is not dig into the ground.
Yeah.
I am scraping the floor, dragging my feet, and still clearing it.
We call Acid in. the door opens as she arrives a couple minutes later. It's you still got a pretty big ship. And she looks hesitant as she enters. Is this about the human thing?
It's about the QED thing, yeah.
Sorry, let me get more acid voice.
different.
Is this about the human thing?
It's about.
Have a seat, Acid.
Technically, it's a human and android thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a you thing.
it's only a
Because real
90%
people made this
human
stuff,
thing.
right?
What do you care what we do?
It's like an HR meeting.
What?
Yeah.
She
That's what Acid's saying this as is like an HR meeting.
yeah, and she snaps at Percy. What do you care what we do? As she moves over to sit down.
Das just like still staring at the one that says 180, just sort of gestures at the QEDs, like
Yeah,
not saying anything, but just gesturing at them.
Yeah, sorry.
Percy's kind of puzzled. That doesn't seem like a response to what I said. But go on.
He said it was a human and an android thing.
Yeah, and then. Not important.
I feel like we might be misleading here.
She looks over at the QEDs. She picks one up at random and looks it over, turns it over. Sees the scribbling. No, not scribbling, but the etching. Do you know who
it's not
these
just like
are?
It's not like Sharpie on a tape.
No, it's not just like Sharpie on a tape.
Picks one up at random, you say, but whose is it?
Let's roll. Might be important for who reacts.
D10 numerical order. Oh boy, yes, D10 numerical order. I like that. That's a good one to pick if we do D10 numerical.
All right, so
because that's the one Das has been staring at.
It's
nice.
It is because there's 012, there's
012,
119,
180,
and 180.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Das continues staring at it. Like it's now in
like
Acid's hands. Das is still staring at it.
That one in particular.
You're holding her memories.
Acid puts it back down where it was.
Still staring.
I kind of want Douglas to pick it up and just like
Pass it around the table and Das is just staring at everyone.
I don't think that's what Douglas would do, but.
Now you know what? Here's a thought. Percy will reach to the QEDs, pick up 0x800 and hand it to Acid, saying, "Elise is the only one who hasn't seen our history yet. The rest of us all know something about ourselves. Can we check this one out first?"
You want to
If Elise is okay with that.
view what's on there.
I would very much like to view what's on there. Yes. Like, actually, maybe a little bit like excited about this in a weird way, and maybe a traumatic way. I'd like to see what's on it.
That's a whole lot of mixed feelings tied up here. Yeah.
I can't.
But just see it. I don't want it back up here. Just like through my eyes.
That's
right?
good. We don't have the equipment here to recover it without fucking you up. Even
Don't want it
more.
ever going back up there. I'm fine being, I don't know, this version of me. Me.
Yeah.
Not version me.
I'd need to see what it is to make the decision, but it's not going to be a quick one.
You don't want to go back to being old Das. I'll see what I can set up.
Wow. That's competitive.
I really want to
Not
fight back
nice.
against that comment, but I'm not going to bite
Brings
the
the
hand that
question.
feeds me.
Is there anyone you'd rather being the old version of themselves?
She looks around the table. No.
That's the correct answer. That was definitely a trick question.
Yeah. What about the other 4? The other 5 actually at this point that aren't here.
I don't know. I don't
Don't know
know
who
how
them.
losing their memory affected them,
Hmm.
but maybe Porcelain was bitter and angry. Let me get back to my character list here. Oops, wrong one. Wrong document.
Zoe.
Yeah.
No, that one's actually what. There's no way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Zoe was horrendous and cruel. She seems like she's been nicer. Android maybe.
Hmm. I guess it's another one where we don't really know.
Maybe Shiro.
Mm.
Hmm.
I think he's doing fine without his memories. Just
Yeah.
Well, I guess we could. We know where he went, right? And we were thinking about possibly heading that way, anyways.
Why don't you look at them to see if you
Lockdown.
want him to have them back in the first place?
Seems kind of rude to view people's memories without their permission.
I agree with that one.
Hmm.
Either way, without Acid's help, we aren't going to be seeing anything right now.
This is
Yeah.
a tool. If he's an enemy, if Porcelain's an enemy, you have her memories.
Hmm.
She pushes herself away from the table.
I don't like that line.
that's-
I don't like that line of thought, but it does. It is logical.
Yeah.
I do like that line of thought. It's very pragmatic.
I
Right?
don't
Yeah,
like
that's
that line
right.
of thought.
Then
I'm
don't
not
be an
gonna-
enemy.
What's that?
Then don't be an enemy.
Me? I'm not
That's
trying to
that
be an
simple.
enemy. What does that even mean?
So you don't need to worry about it if you're not an enemy.
Hmm.
I guess. Now that line of the reason is a little shakier.
Look,
If you ain't
I
got
wouldn't
nothing
go
to
searching
hide.
through someone else's room. Well, okay, hold up.
Hmm.
We did go searching through a lot of people's rooms, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
To be fair though, we didn't even
Okay.
know this is our ship.
I'm gonna take a step back. I
That doesn't make it
don't
better, does it?
think that we should be viewing someone's entire life without their consent. That seems wrong.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna draw a line there.
Of course, we do
I
need to
would go
confirm
with
that
if we
these
have
memories are who we think they
a-
are.
Yeah. I think I would go with if we have a very good reason to do it, then maybe. Like, I don't want to just go in before we even go and see them, you know?
Just because
That's-
we're curious.
Acid
Like,
puts her hands up.
if we haven't even met Porcelain, we leave that one alone. You know?
These are concerns for later. Right now,
Yeah.
we all want to see our own memories, right?
Acid
Yep.
puts her hand up. Hey, those are your QEDs. I'm not touching them. I'll help you. I'll help set up so that you can peer inside.
We'd appreciate that. Thanks, Acid.
Give me an hour.
Anything I can do
Sure
to
thing.
help?
Yeah, come with me.
Aye.
So, Acid has Douglas set up a stasis pod in Medbay. What you're gonna find out through this whole process, and then you can all be present and watching if you want, or you can, basically you've got an hour to do whatever you want, whether that's to watch her and Douglas or other. But she will talk through what she knows as she's going. And she says that there is a way to medically induce the correct brain state, but she doesn't know that. she does know the stasis pods induce the correct brain state for QED use in both directions. She only wants the stasis pod moved to medbay because there's risks associated with all of this.
I wonder if we should find a doctor before we delve into these.
Well,
You've got Percy.
depending on what's needed. Yeah, we've got Percy, we've got Das.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do have autodoc in the med bay.
That's true. That's basically a doctor.
Yeah.
They're probably not any one of them qualified for whatever might happen.
Traumatic brain injury
from the use of pre-tech devices, which is basically what these are.
Do the autodocs do they have like a disclaimer like, you know, hey, may not be effective for pre-tech inflicted injuries?
The autodoc, yeah, definitely. If injuries persist, please see a real doctor.
Yep.
She says this is safe enough, but given that you are the bridge crew, she doesn't want to take any chances, and that's why she's wanting a stasis pod set up in medbay.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. We have to take some risks.
Yeah.
You know.
Got to take some, but let's not take risks we don't have to.
Right.
Yeah, no point in needless risks, but this is like a calculated risk.
Yeah.
And most importantly,
hopefully we're not bad at maths.
and most importantly, the benefits outweigh the possible drawbacks.
Indeed.
Probably.
Indeed. Probably.
Yeah, well, maybe. I guess the main thing, like, for immediate knowledge stuff, is like, hey, maybe we get the last few hours. I don't know.
That's. I'm wondering how late they go, and I'm wondering if they go different
presumably
amounts.
it's their whole lives on them.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, she can also shed some light on that as far as how much they'll take. And it's a where did I put that? It's a parabolic arc. I think parabolic arc. No, because that's the one that goes up and down. It is a curve. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just a simple curve. Where if you put someone in for a few minutes, they lose a few hours. Put them in for a few hours, they lose a few weeks, and days lose years.
Right, so it's an exponential curve thing.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Nice.
At the 3 weeks, I believe you guys were. 6 months. The 6 months that you guys were in, yeah, everything's gone. Even for John.
I guess that would have been weird if John still has childhood memories, huh? Else doesn't remember anything. But he's like, I remember being a kid.
Yeah.
She does also answer one of the questions that was asked before she was there, just kind of as she's talking through. There's no partial. There's no partial recovery. It's the memories are there on the QED until they're not.
Can they be partially viewed or selectively viewed or anything, or is it just you view them and you view all of it?
Nope.
And then
they can be selectively viewed. In fact, that's pretty much the only way to navigate it, because the brain memories separated from our experiences in the brain are a hellish nightmare.
Okay. And how does that work navigation-wise? Is it the person experiencing the memories that's doing the navigation?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sounds like Das is going to want to turn in the stasis pod, but
Well,
she definitely wouldn't. She definitely wouldn't be first.
Yeah, no, at least first.
Yeah.
She gets it set
Yeah.
up, and Elise has had an hour to think about what's about to happen.
Getting all up in your own head.
Acid looks over at her. Seemed most eager.
I don't know. Eager, maybe eager. Fucking let me see.
I don't know. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Maybe eager. Fucking let me see it.
She
This is a band-aid. I wanna rip that fucker right off. Come on.
You got this, Elise. Show that band-aid who's boss.
All right.
Come out a crying mess.
What's that?
Elise is gonna come out a crying mess.
Well.
The DM isn't saying no.
Yeah. It's not saying no.
I
So,
leave that to your decision, Jackal.
I'm ready for my trauma movie. Let's do it. Where do we start?
All right. Well, Acid helps get Elise, probably with Das's help, into the stasis pod, because Das is more skilled and knowledgeable about the medical side of this than Acid is.
Yeah.
So she elects Das's help with making sure that Elise is properly in the pod and starts it up. Has Das run some checks to confirm that Elise has been entered into stasis and that her basically brainwave activity, despite being in stasis, is at now, again, Acid doesn't know what it should be, but she puts it as that Elise's brain state is correct for being in stasis.
Right. Yeah.
Numbers look okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, on the Das being good at medical stuff side, like ignoring foci, heal and program are actually the same for Das. So, yeah, she's pretty good.
She is still learning, so let's go ahead and roll a heal. I'm going to go with the int on this.
Okay.
I mean, what is the human body if not just a biological computer, right?
14?
You know what? That maybe the stasis pods were an area of study for Das.
Maybe they were.
Of initial curiosity, because she's got this in and out.
Or maybe she just grabbed some kind of
woke up from one, so yeah.
It also could just be that that was the thing that she most recently read, and so it's stuck out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, Elise is all ready, and now we're gonna go back to, if you remember right, every character had some traits.
Oh, are we going back to the traits now?
Here we go.
We are.
I have something somewhere.
And normally I actually put them on your character sheets in the bio section in the GM notes. I appear to have forgotten to do that this time around. At least for Elise I did.
Wow.
So I'm gonna...
It's just always Elise.
It is. Alright. I'm gonna do that right now.
What does the GM have against Elise?
It's that I'm not going by the previous name.
Or your given name.
That's clearly it, yep.
Yeah.
How dare you go
It's like,
against the grain?
it's there, but everything's under the name Sarah, so he doesn't see it.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
you're probably the one that's diverged the most from their previous self.
Would we describe Elise as a go-getter?
Me as in me, or is this like royal we or
Your
It's like-
opinion counts, but I'm asking everyone.
yeah.
I'll go last
it's-
then.
Okay.
I mean, we kind of, had to do the thing where we pull Elise out of the slump, right?
Mm.
Yeah, that's a good point actually, huh?
I mean, on missions, Elise is all right, but I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I would say meh is my overall rating for that.
Yeah, it's a little of each. I feel like on mission, Elise is a go-getter, but without a mission,
What's your take, Jacko? What have you been trying to present?
Pretty much that.
Okay.
Once there's a task and objective or something that's really enticing to her, she laser focused on it. In the absence of something to do, she kind of just crumbles.
Okay.
No direction.
I'm gonna mark that as a no for general.
General go-gettedness. Yeah.
Yep. Resents her abilities but uses them. And this
sounds
can
right.
still also qualify for the accidental uses that we've. Yeah, it's not just deliberately uses them.
Yeah.
What do we feel about that?
I would say that's accurate.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there's not really been much.
There's not been a
resentment,
ton.
but it definitely has caused concern
Yeah.
for Elise.
Jacko?
So I'll say that still counts as resenting it.
I would definitely say that the first part is very accurate. Elise does not like being precognitive, even though it has been very helpful.
Right. And she as far as the second part, they've been involuntary. It's been an involuntary use for almost all of it, but she's
still taking
acted
advantage of
on
the
the information.
Yeah.
So I count that as
I will
using them.
also state that some of the inactive ones, I as a player have to make the choice to let those happen or not.
Yeah.
Which every time they've come up, I've made sure that they were used.
Dislikes dirty work, but will do it when that's the job.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Jackal, you have anything to add to that?
I feel like we haven't had a lot of opportunity to do dirty work, but I'd say it's still accurate.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much that's been tested. I mean, I guess.
I think the bathroom.
I think Elise has been willing to do work. Yeah.
I think the bathroom was your biggest test of dirty work. Well, not the bathroom specifically, but the situation that she foresaw with Dima.
I think it ties back into the now that I have an objective, now I have to fucking follow through with it. Doesn't matter what it is.
Okay, I'll count that as a yes. Nervous around blades.
Yes.
Easy yes. Every time there's a blade, yes.
That birthday cake getting cut?
Oh god, no. Every time there's a birthday cake, it's her own personal Vietnam flashback.
Yeah. I guess it's a good thing that we don't know your birthday then, because you'll never be handed the knife.
At least just gets cupcakes.
That's why her birthday's not in the records.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm starting to wonder if we should just give her cake pre-sliced.
No, just do cupcakes.
There you go.
Yeah, just cupcakes.
I mean, what is a cupcake if not a free-sliced cake, right?
Right. All right, and the last
no,
one
it's
is values focus on the task at hand. As in, like, she values it when people focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've only deviated from pre-wipe Sarah by the go-getter. That's actually pretty good. Let me save that there. Oh shoot, I should have
Except
warned
for
you that I was
being-
saving something on your sheet. I don't know if that would
Except
have.
for being deceptive.
I don't know if that changed anything on my sheet actually.
I
You may
think
have to refresh it.
well, you won't be able to. It won't be visible to you. But I think it would
That's
only
fine.
have affected
Oh.
you if you were also editing something, because I basically just forced a
There's a
change
GM note field.
in the state. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So give me a second here. Let me pull this up. One moment, please. Okay. As Sarah, I do have music change here.
Mhm.
And I remember I also had a scene for this. I'm going to see if it's still a good scene. Yeah, I think so. Could certainly be a higher resolution, but I'm going to move y'all to the which
Ooh.
would have started the music anyways
Oh.
if it wasn't already playing. That messed everything up. All right, everything is fixed now.
I see a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hear anything. Maybe I've turned. Oh yeah, I had it turned way down.
There you go. So as Elise is fading into stasis, you know, she feels the normal effects of going into stasis. The slowing of the blood, well, it feels like the blood is slowing. Gets a little bit cold. It feels like cryostasis, and thoughts become sluggish. Some people experience a moment of panic as their body tells them that they're dying. Others glide gracefully into stasis. Either way, they fall into stasis. It has already been enacted, and nothing that a panicking person does after that will change anything. They're already paralyzed. But keep that in mind for how you think Elise reacts, and bring that into this memory space when she opens her eyes. Yeah, she finds herself in a space that's not three-dimensional, it's not four-dimensional, it is all-dimensional and no-dimensional. There's no orientation, there's no distance, there's no here, and there's also everything is here, and everything is far away, and also here.
Am I able to like look down and like see my hands? Like, do I like physically occupy the space in a sense, or?
Elise can visualize herself. As much as she wants to see of herself, she can.
Let's see.
The sense of everything being distant and everything being near is disorienting in itself. But imagine that all of that, everything that is distant and everything that is here or near, is also playing staticky, jumbled, and anachronistic snippets of life, of memory. She can, if she looks in a direction, she can see something that looks like she was doing something, but it's gone before she can see what it is or retain anything that was there. It's just the fleeting idea that she saw herself doing something. And there is a single dominant recurring theme through all of the disjointed memories. It seems to try to crowd out others, and it would reflect what Acid had explained about people, at least in the QED, with the QED stores, having one particular person building memory that comes to define the shape and characteristic of the space and of the person if they recover their memories in what she calls a messy way. An acid trip is not entirely out of place here. Elise can try to think about a part of her past, something that she thinks she remembers, but she can interrogate her memories, and try to find something. But if she fails at any kind of interrogation or trying to view anything, the mechanics of this are that dominant memory is going to hit her. I was going to say it's going to come flooding at her, but I did not want to imply that it's going to return. It just floods over her, washes over her, and asserts itself as I'm the dominant memory here. There are also a handful of other scenes that are of particular importance, more so than just 15th birthday. 15th birthday is something that you could try and interrogate and look back at, but it's going to be more difficult than these other character building memories, and much more difficult than the dominant one.
Do I have a limit on how many things I can interrogate?
It's a skill check, and let me double check my notes on it. Yeah, it's a skill check, and failure does not lock you out, but every attempt adds 2 to the difficulty, and failing any check just gives you the dominant memory again.
Okay. I guess I will maybe start with family memories, like mom, dad, brother, sister.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to be more specific, or if the vagaries of that is enough.
The vagaries, vague is fine, because it lets me look over what all memories are like, have actually been written and are key, and if one matches, then you're rolling for that. If one doesn't match, then I'm figuring something out. Improv time. I do not have your character's entire life histories mapped out, so there may be some improv in some of this.
That's fine. What should I roll?
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's I understand your disappointment in me.
Disappointment, just surprise.
Let's see. Hang on real quick. I recently changed things just a little bit because they were not great before. Meowkin may be able to attest to that. They're basically a system strain battle. And I like the looser approach I'm taking here much better. Your difficulty is 6, and for family like that, we're just going to go with well, for this memory, we're going to go with your precog and wisdom.
It's my best thing.
I don't think you can fail it. Yeah.
I could have failed that.
Oh, okay.
Not on a difficulty 6.
My math is wrong. I could not have failed that. Okay. So what's the damage?
So the damage is you take 1 system strain. And this warped space and non-space around her solidifies. It liquefies and it congeals, and it's as if looking out of her own eyes at a watercolor hologram, an actual like 3D virtual reality, but with watercolors and running colors, and the inconsistencies of memories asserting themselves. But this is the thought that comes around. Dad rejoiced while her mind spun. Overnight, she had become the solution to their problems. Dad's bad back, Mom's headaches. Little Iggy would never again sleep on an empty stomach. Premium tier welfare benefits and 4 years of Belford Academy paid by Union in exchange for 8 years indentureship. She'd be 24 before her life would be hers, but her family would never see another food line. Thinking about it was pointless. It wasn't her decision. Dad had already signed agreement and sent the envoy away. It was the most devastating celebration she'd ever pretend to enjoy. If you like, I can put that into chat also.
Please do.
Yep.
Please do. I'm struggling to write all that.
Yeah. For future reference, if it seems like I'm going to be loading a lot of info at you, ask me if I already have it typed out, because I may be able to save you some note taking. Let's see. And oh, it already has a bullet point. I don't like that bullet point, so I'm going to delete it.
Who's Icky?
Iggy in the memory feels like a little brother, and you can ask questions about these. They're written to be impactful, but at least does get more information than just what's written here. So yeah, feel free to ask questions. Iggy is her little brother.
What's the age difference like?
What was that?
What's the age difference like?
Age difference is 6. He's 6 years younger than her. So based on the
He's
math
still a
in that,
teenager.
he would have been 6 and she would have been 12.
And he's still a teenager now.
He's still a teenager now.
Almost Das's age, I think.
Little bit younger, I
A
think,
little bit younger.
or maybe. Can't remember how old Das is now. How old is Das? No, actually, yeah, about the same. Because Das at this point in the timeline is like 16 and a half.
Hmm.
So
So not too young to recruit into the crew is what you're saying.
Yeah. So hang on. Are we doing not another one? Except it's a guy this time.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does the memory come pre-baked with emotions? Like, can I ask how this is like intrinsically making me feel? Like, do I have some sort of like
It does.
hatred or like angered feelings toward dad? Do I have some sort of like remorseful feelings for little brother? Do I have some sort of sadness for mom?
It does come with some emotions. They it's like smelling them. Elise knows that they're there, but they're not necessarily, influencing her herself. She feels them, but they're not hers, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And
What does helplessness smell like?
piss, I'd imagine. Well, part of it is definitely the devastation is dominant there. This was shattering. This girl in the memory was going to be within a week, if even that long, taken from her family and sent somewhere where they were going to teach her to be a psychic. Elise and your characters know Belford Academy is the Psychic Academy, the premier psychic academy on Thurid. That's the place where the kids, the psychic kids with rich parents or rich sponsors, get sent. So this was a devastating moment in Elise's life, and she is pretending to be happy for her family. She's a little bit happy because of all the benefits that they're going to get, but she's scared and devastated.
Now, gonna wind the clock back for a second here. Elise does not have a known date of birth, but I have it that she's roughly 22 based off of what Acid and Libra and Notario said. So she ran out on whatever servitude she was in.
Yeah, she has not completed her indentureship.
Or never started it to begin with. So something happened there.
Presumably, because psychics without training tend to just die, right?
Yeah, or get killed.
I think they kind of like burn out their own brains and go feral or something.
Yeah, psychics without training tend to go feral because they don't know how to control the psychic energies that are channeling through their brain. It gives them brain damage.
Unless they have really weak versions of powers, like Das.
Yeah.
This is like a caveat on a caveat.
If Elise stays there, the memory loops back to that first popper that Dad opened. That seems to mark the beginning, a hard beginning of that memory. Goes on for a few minutes and then comes back to that. You want to try and find another memory?
I'd like to find a memory from Academy days.
Okay. Oops. Oh, that's why it's not changing, because I was on the wrong one. This is also going to be a precog and wisdom skill check. The difficulty is, well, let me ask, are you trying to find a happy memory? A memory of teachers? Training?
I
Saying-
guess there's not a specific, like, oh, I'm trying to remember a teacher, or I'm trying to remember the friends I had.
Nope. Nothing jumps
the
out.
the thing that I'm looking to find is basically just like, I guess if I were to hone in on it, somewhere in the middle, after I had time to settle into the lifestyle there, was I starting to enjoy it there? Like what was that like, living there for, I mean, I assume she was there at least a year, so like a year into it.
Okay. Um. We zoom in on a young Sarah. Still young. Just kind of crossing over into teenagehood. And having to struggle with being a teenager, with surrounded by adults who know better, despite her ability, despite Lisa's ability to see that they're wrong and that they're going to result in a failure that could have been avoided, an unfortunate circumstance. Nothing major or serious or anything that she ever feels like it's valuable enough to bring up, but she's just stewing that Johnny's leg got broken going down the stairs when she had tried to warn them that it was going to rain and it was going to be slippery, and that part where they hadn't refreshed the grit paper on the stairs was going to cause an injury, and just feeling unappreciated and resentful that she has so much ability, but nobody wants it. Nobody cares what she has to say. And she feels bad for Johnny. Doesn't really know him, but feels a little bit bad for him.
I guess the next one is leaving the academy. Sequential order.
Hang on real quick.
Or I guess to make it more generalistic, like when did she leave this life of indentured servitude, learning to be a psychic? And yeah.
So those are two different things. And I'm
We'll go
gonna.
with one, then the other, if that's okay. Then
What's that?
we'll go with the first one with the academy, and then the indentured servitude as the second one.
Okay.
Zoom up.
I realize that I should probably give you the choice of reframe. Well, I'll just go as it is. So there's again no specific memory for no key memory for when she left the academy. It's something you already rolled for. Whoops. It's obviously a memory that she has, and we'll circle around Elise with there's a couple fleeting bits and pieces um, of a ceremony. Her name, Sarah Bramford, and general celebrations. All of them holding a measure of anxiety and the looming knowledge that after this is 8 years of work for Union. Doesn't know what that's going to entail. What use does Union have for a precog, and will they even listen to her? There's some happy peppered into this, though. Sarah learned quite a lot about theatrics and politics, sociology, and social trends. She has a bright future as someone who could influence the future of Hlif, any planet that she goes to, maybe even the whole sector, once she's done with Union. She got a very good education at Belford.
And graduated.
And graduated.
More than Percy ever did.
Your difficulty is now at +4.
Okay. Well, what happened to make leave indentured servitude with the Union?
Sorry, I didn't hear. Could you repeat that?
What caused the leaving of the Union? Or leaving of the Union?
Ah.
Just gonna fast forward a little bit more.
Sure. So that's actually going to be a difficult memory, because these memories of Elise's don't want to give up that information. That is dangerous secret information. So the difficulty of this starts at 10.
Okay. What's the
+4. And it is again going to be precog and wisdom.
So I need a 14.
You need a 14.
Okay.
You've got to max roll that then. To hit.
Okay.
No, I need to roll a 10. I need 2 5s at minimum.
Sorry, yeah.
Plus 1 plus 2.
I'm doing the maths wrong. Yeah, you're right.
And
Okay.
just to clarify, none of your foci or abilities or class abilities, even for you experts, work in here.
Okay. What if it's not a foci or a class ability? It's a psychic ability.
No.
Psychic is a class.
You cannot.
Psychic is a class, but psychic as a class only gives me access to psychic skills. Checkmate.
Which are them for class skills.
I'm guessing that means if Das's stuff somehow calls for a program roll, it's going to be a 2 dice.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
That's unfortunate.
God, that probably traumatized Das more than the memories would.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I do this again?
Do what again?
No, I'm speaking as Das.
Oh, yeah.
My skills.
So Elise feels that. She feels that she's trying to reach out for a forbidden piece of knowledge, something that she, in this memory cloud, locked away as it's dangerous, it's important, and that sense of it stretching farther away, and that sense of her own memories protecting it from anybody seeing it, gives opportunity for that dominant memory to just, it captures her. She finds herself sitting at a table. It's over. It's finally over. As her life oozes wetly down her breast, and her fading breath draws ragged, she runs over a list in her head just one more time, carefully curated and pruned over the years, so she can remember those she hurt. Not her, never her. Always the conflicts, the wars, or the regime change she manufactured. But whose finger pulls the trigger doesn't matter when the muzzle was aimed by her machinations. Now by her own hand for once, another life was ending, and with it, the knowledge of all Union has done. Its division ends. In her trembling hand is the knife, clean and bloodless. She can't. It won't move. She flings it away to clatter against the wall and cries out in helpless anguish.
Was she bleeding?
Nope.
Okay.
That's probably where the knife phobia comes from.
Yeah.
That was her dominant memory, and for context, because I know that the flowery narrative can be very difficult. She had a vision of killing herself, of just taking the knife and slicing her neck open.
Huh.
But she couldn't follow through with it in the real world.
Oh, of course, the thing triggered. The danger thing triggered. And said, you're about to get hurt.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. That's wow. Yeah.
That's deep.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Wait, so she was about to kill herself, and then a danger sense warned her that she was about to die, and that made her.
And
No.
that made her not do it.
Wow.
I mean, she has
Yeah.
the instinctive reactions to avoid the death.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
more so than usual.
Mm.
The normal.
So here's a thought. I wonder if she'd been like, if she'd been so deep down the rabbit hole that she did genuinely want to die. Then I wonder if her psychic senses wouldn't have triggered to stop it. Like if her fight or flight response was just gone.
I'm just thinking of the absolute abject horror of being in that mental state and then going through this precognitive loop of I'm gonna hurt myself, and then you experience it, and then you wake back up and you haven't done it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you experienced it, but it didn't happen.
It didn't happen. And every time you get into that mental state, you go through the loop.
Mm. Yeah. I can completely understand the nervousness around blades if that's what happens every time you try that.
Now,
Yeah, jeez.
Elise can't really look around in the memories. You know, these are they're memories as she remembers them. But peripheral vision against that wall, this isn't the first knife that has been flung across.
Oh. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Do you want to continue?
Mm.
Does Elise want to continue? This is going to the failure here, the dominant memory coming around and flooding her, is going to result in more system strain. It's only once more, so failing again and getting the dominant again won't add more system strain on top of that, but you're going to come out of this with more than one system strain and damage.
Well, I as a player, I want to say continue on.
Can Elise?
Elise.
As Elise, I think I'm going to roll a mental save and see if she's capable of doing more or not.
Okay.
So no.
Well, I was gonna say I'll give you a bonus because of matching the we'll do it when that's a job, but there's no bonus that can save that.
So
Yeah.
I will ask for one follow up that I probably would have gotten beforehand.
Uh-huh.
And I'll get that now. Does Elise from family memory remember where she's from, like where home is?
Halif.
Lith?
Yeah, that is the Union headquarters. It is a urbanized planet, and Union has built infrastructure, both residential and mining, and other businesses across just about the entire planet. The only places that haven't been completely urbanized are the ocean depths, but even that is being invaded. It's not like there's, trillions of people on the planet. A lot of that urban infrastructure is abandoned as Union's mining operations move on to the next spot, and with it, the population.
Okay.
And yeah, Elise recognized the kind of low quality housing that her birthday was in, or not her birthday, but that celebration was on.
Let's see.
Maybe Miyako.
No birthday?
No birthday on that note.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess after that, Elise is just too stunned by that revelation that I just slinks back, and I guess unconsciousness follows before being pulled out.
Yeah.
How
So
does that work?
she's still in the stasis tube. She can herself exit the QED. It's kind of a rough process. She's not actually out of the QED. She at any point while she's still in stasis could continue and try to go back. Actually, no. I'll take your mental save as a jarring event that does pull her out completely. Normally, if you basically just said, "Nah, I think I'm done here," you're still stuck there until you come out of stasis, or something jars your brainwave patterns enough to break the connection. That's what your mental save did. Is it broke the connection?
I was gonna say, I imagine that jarred up pretty badly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But without Acid having the actual, full-on QED expertise here, she has no way of monitoring or knowing that connection has been broken, and so she's just going to leave Elise in stasis for as long as she thinks Elise will need, which is
probably like a predetermined time.
Is there a way of monitoring the brainwaves to see if there's a change of that nature?
There isn't, oddly enough. At least not with your equipment.
Okay,
I imagine this is probably pretty similar to like REM sleep, where you have dreams anyway, and during REM sleep, brainwave patterns actually look surprisingly similar to waking brains. So I'm not sure if you'd be able to tell.
Right.
I think it's a little bit different, I think. I'd characterized it as a deeper state of unconsciousness, where you're not really dreaming in stasis. This is a serene pool normally, and there's just not enough fluctuation on the equipment that you have here. Acid says it takes specialized equipment to see those kinds of changes.
Okay.
Keep in mind the QEDs operate on principles that aren't based in reality.
Yes. These are very much pre-tech magic. But memories go pretty quick, so it's safe to just leave somebody in there for half an hour, and they'll have completed what they wanted to do before that half hour is up. In fact, all of that probably took at least maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
Okay.
Well, in that case, she gets the rest of the half hour to chill.
She is for the rest of that half hour, she is mindless in stasis. When she comes out of stasis, it'll be as if no time had passed from when she disconnected. Mentally, from that mental save there. So, Jackal, what does that look like when Elise, to her, it's been, she wanted to proceed further, but the room fell apart. Think of Inception, and I hope you've seen it. The memory is falling apart, and things are falling out of place. It feels very turbulent and dangerous, and then suddenly, the stasis tube is the window is in front of her, and it is slowly opening.
Well, you'll be happy to note I have not seen Inception, but I do know what you're talking about at least.
Okay, I know. Good enough.
Self-description. When she wakes up, she is decidedly not okay, kind of in a panic. And presumably just kind of like stumbling around the room, taking deep breaths.
Acid moves her over to the bed, the actual medbay bed.
Das being
I'm
like
on a
right
bed.
there, being the medically monitoring thing, would definitely be there, sort of as a sort
I'm on a
of
bed?
trying to be like a stability thing.
No, Acid and Das move her from the stasis pod over to the bed.
Okay, so I'm waking up on a bed.
Sorry, well, I'll clarify. As Elise is waking up and starting to panic, before she goes stumbling about the room, that's when Acid and Das move her over to the bed and get her to lie
Do I have
down.
any chance to resist this?
She can, but Acid is not taking no. So yeah, if you think that Elise will not fight that, but yeah, tell me what Elise is trying to do there.
If Acid and or Das are trying to like grab her to lead her to the bed or something like that, like just touch her in any way, shape, or form, she's kind of like trying to pull her arm away or something like that. Just like do not touch me.
Sit down on the bed, human.
As soon as it's obvious that that's what Elise is trying to convey, Das's hands are off. Like she's still there, she's still physically present, but she's off with the hands and she's not trying to,
Acid will, a moment later, will reluctantly follow suit, but point to the bed. Sit down, Elise.
Elise is looking frantically around, decidedly not at the bed. What else is in this room? This medical bay that is out and open?
Yeah, it's what was the last one? Is it open?
Out in the open.
Oh,
like what is visible to be seen, to be perceived.
Let's see, you guys.
I'm fishing for a very specific response, by the way. I don't know if you can tell.
I have a theory on what you might be asking for.
for an escape path?
No.
Okay.
Something perhaps sharp.
Right.
That's where I thought it was going.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
nothing like that is open. Everything is secured and is doubly secured by magnets and inside drawers that are magnetized. Yeah, your med bay here is nobody being operated on, so nothing of that nature needs to be out. And your med bay is designed very specifically for safety in case the inertial dampers go out and high G maneuvers are performed. Things are bolted down. Any kind of furniture is bolted down. Machinery is bolted down. And the medical equipment, tools, knives, scalpels are magnetically locked to the bottom of a drawer that is magnetically locked closed.
Gotcha. So yeah, she's just taking deep breaths after kind of visually confirming stuff about the room, right? She will walk over to the bed, almost kind of like defeated, and then sit down. Not lay down, sit down.
Das will walk over next to you and sit as well. Not like right next to you, but like close enough that you could easily reach out and like touch her shoulder or something. But no closer than she needs to for that. So there's a bit of a gap, but she's there. You okay over there?
Oh yeah, just doing great. Wow. Don't know what I was expecting. Not that. Not that at all.
Was it
Oh, I did
Not
not
like-
like the answers I just got.
Hmm. Well, I don't know how helpful it'd be, but I mean, I'm here if you want to talk, and I'm guessing that probably goes for most of us here.
I think I just need a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
At least I know where I'm from now. Cool, right?
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah.
well, who's next?
Hmm.
Yeah, despite, I mean, the rest of us wouldn't have seen what was happening with Liz because she was in a different room, right?
Yeah, I
But
think we
even
would have
with
only
no-
seen from the point that she woke up, basically, right?
Yeah, you could all be in your med bay. It is large enough for you all to be in there.
Sure, I thought the rest of us stayed in the conference room. You know, because
Oh.
Liz was in there for like half an hour.
Wherever you
I think
guys
it's
wanted
up
to be,
to-
really.
Yeah, up to you. I mean, Das was definitely in there as sort of the medical supervision-y type thing, but
But yeah, even though Elise
And-
is kind of like in shock and stuff, Percy's still keen to check out his own memories. If nobody else is wanting to take the risk, then I'll go next.
Oh, I'm willing to take the risk too, but you know, I mean, I'm
wanna
kind
maintain
of
my
Douglas is kind of
sanity.
chomping at the bit a bit, but you know, obviously we're not doing more than one at a time.
Yeah, I can't handle that. Sorry.
Dex, split yourself in half. Then we can run two at a time. Multi-track
Efficiency.
drifting.
I will fill in the other details that I gave you about the Belfort Academy later. Of course, if you want to summarize them and hand me some notes on them, I will gladly just copy paste that in.
I can send you screenshot. Probably fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Don't mind my terrible handwriting.
That's fine. Yeah, I realized afterwards that I should have warned you, if I didn't already through how I was sputtering, that two of those were improvised, and I could not copy paste them into the channel for you.
I'm taking my screenshot now.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't have to be immediate.
In this channel, or did I miss the invitation window? I missed the invitation window. Can you send an invite to my iPad again? And I'll just
yeah.
post it for everyone.
That's fine. You want to send me a message from that?
Can do.
I could probably find mini GM. So, yeah, who's going next? I heard there's two people that'd like to.
Hey, you want to roll off for it, Percy?
Sure, let's go.
All right, what do you want to roll?
Joe,
Rock, paper, scissors.
Joe, how about this? You roll a die with an even number of sides. I'll call odd or even. If I'm wrong, you go first.
Okay, works for me.
Okay.
Gonna roll a
In
D6.
that case, yeah, I'll call even then.
All right. That's odds.
Go get him.
All right, Douglas is getting in there. Got to fit in this stasis pod.
I choose to believe, by the way, that this discussion happened in character.
Yeah, well, no, I was thinking we'd do like rock, paper, scissors, yeah.
Yeah, Douglas just pulled the
And
dice out of nowhere.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've been working on a dice set. Let's go ahead and start using this.
All right, there you go, Daniel.
Hold on, we're gonna start playing D&D in the game. Let's see how deep we can go.
Yeah, round the Stars Without Numbers universe, so surely we'd be playing Worlds Without Number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw this on the our ship net. There's a game called Worlds Without Number.
Yeah, Kevin Crawford was so good that his games are still around 1,000 years. So it does feel like Worlds Without Number. I don't even know what number of edition now.
Many.
It's been like what? Say.
Actually, computers have come far enough that it's now it's just Worlds with Number. Because numbers like
It sounds like we've had a different number.
Yeah. Now, I will say it's like, say, approximately 10 years per D&D generation of D&D, so this is like, what, 1,200 years, so...
Wow.
World's Stout number 125th edition? Nice round number.
Alright,
Sorry, I'm
so,
distracted.
Douglas. I'm assuming you guys don't want to take a break today.
I'm good without. Yeah.
If anybody wants a break, tell me, because we are at about the time. Okay.
Actually, I wouldn't mind a wee 5 minutes just so I can do a quick bathroom break.
Why don't we do that then? Go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. Before we do that, Jackal at least took one more system strain for getting swarmed by that dominant memory.
3 in total, right?
Should be only 2 in total.
Oh, I recorded an extra one somewhere.
I don't mind.
Oh.
That was probably from. I mean, we've been working hard. We've also been working hard. Sure that we've recruited some system strain.
Yeah, you may have, and I haven't let you recover any because of how hard you've been working. So that may be a legit system strain.
Okay.
Yeah. Back shortly.
But yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay. Well,
and we'll come back at about 1:25.
Oh wow! You're actually writing.
Right?
Madness. I can't even type my notes.
I can honestly find the writing of notes easier than typing.
Might be, but I hate writing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like in my school days, I really disliked anything where you had to write an essay or something like that. And it wasn't because of the challenge of writing an essay; it was because I disliked writing, the physical act of it. I don't know why that is. It's ingrained in me now.
Yeah, I find that for me personally, writing something makes me more likely to remember it.
I think that's actually still true for me too. I just don't like doing it, so that's why I don't remember things.
That's fair.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. Well, I guess yeah, it's kind of true though, because it doesn't really matter if you ever refer back to it. It's the act of having written it down that's more important.
Yeah.
In my experience, at least I know that's at my last job. Like, the meeting that I actually write things down. I did actually write things down a couple times, but it's like I never referred back to it.
Right.
I never referenced my notes that I took.
I was that obnoxious kid, and adult kid in community college that could just transcribe the notes that the teacher was putting up on the board. And I had a lot of teachers that would put on the test exactly what they put in the notes. So this was back in the time when they were still putting actually writing their notes on the chalkboard as they went along. So by copying that onto paper, I never studied, and I didn't ace every test, but I was getting A's on every single test without studying, just because I wrote down what the teacher wrote.
Oh, I never studied either. I learned some bad habits.
Yeah, me too.
I felt like it would have been better if I had been a more studious.
Oh, not studying. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, absolutely.
But hey, I did fine on testing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like I was always the one where I just didn't study at all and still got reasonable grades.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I usually got in trouble for not doing homework.
And that
Me too.
that was all me. Yep. Yeah, if you could predict one thing, it was I had a test score that was pretty high and no homework.
Yeah.
One of my favorite stories that I was kind of notorious for having not done my homework, so the teachers usually kind of expected it.
Yeah, that was me as well.
I remember in German class that was like a little sheet that we did that was like reading clocks and writing down the time in German. And it's like as the teacher was collecting the homework or where, and I was just like, the best pun ever. It's about time, right?
Nice.
I was so proud of that pun.
I had someone mention something about the best pun ever, and then everyone started laughing. I feel like I've been invoked.
Well, it's too late now.
You just gonna keep it a secret, bastards.
Yeah. You've come in at the wrong time.
Damn it.
Opportunity missed.
You do realize that now I'm just going to have to step up my pun game in the hope of exceeding whatever that was, right?
Oh,
well, it was a pun that I told like decades ago, so.
And he's never surpassed it since.
And I've never surpassed it since.
I see, that's just a quarter attitude.
Yes, it is.
Anyways, yeah, I think it's showtime again.
Oh, it is. It's past.
Might be.
We all here? Looks likely.
All right. So Douglas is going in next. Let's see if I it looks like I just got lazy with you guys. I didn't put him in either.
Wow.
That's fine.
Doug? Or Dougie? My main question is gonna be about the big crime. But then, blowing up government buildings. Like, I don't know, that just doesn't feel Douglas to me,
Yeah, he's too much of a workaholic to have time to go blow up buildings.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course, that's right. I think I learned explosives in prison. I had plenty of time. Sinister, I was in prison. Oh, that's what it is. I just went crazy from being cooped up in prison and not able to do meaningful work.
Oh, do you just have a grudge against? Does it just give you a grudge against walls?
Maybe. Maybe we'll find out.
Well, let's go
I
through
have a
the
memory of a deep-seating hatred of walls.
let's go through the pre-wipe Doug checklist.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's not everything in prison.
Simple. Would we say that current Doug is a simple person?
I ain't got that much depth.
If you mean simple as in straightforward, yes. If you mean simple as in stupid, probably not.
I don't think.
No, I would
Dex
definitely
put that
use.
on there?
No, I would
mean
use
stupid?
different, better descriptors than just stupid because there's way too much variance in interpreting that.
Yeah.
Now these are meant to have some ambiguous or room for interpretation. Not ambiguous, but room for interpretation.
Yeah.
But stupid is one that I would definitely be more specific about how they're stupid because man, the most intelligent people can be stupid in specific ways.
Yeah.
Like all of us with our homework.
Yes.
Yep.
Except maybe Jackal. I bet Jackal did homework.
Was that?
Yeah,
I just came back from getting a snack. What's up?
I called you a
we're
nerd.
talking about school days.
You were the type
Oh.
that did homework, weren't you?
I did homework.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you do your homework
I mean-
at school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you did. Yeah, none of us did. We were all just talking about how none of us did their homework in school.
I just didn't get a chance to say that yet.
It would be really difficult for me to have not done my homework.
Well,
Oh,
that's,
it's really easy. It's just I just got in trouble for it.
Yeah. It's really easy to not do. It's just you do
Yeah.
tend to get in trouble for it.
It's really it was
It's the
really easy to do it. It was really hard not to do it.
I think there is, however, a difference in the educational requirements for Jackal's career than, well, at least for
yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
I mean, you know me, Dex. You know I went through fucking grad school.
Yep. Yeah.
Can't get through that without doing an assignment or two.
Let's go back to Doug. So
Anyways.
we'll give him simple. It's I think it's a little bit on the borderline there, but again, room for interpretation. He is fairly
I'm
simple
on the
and
verge of having depth.
well, I don't mean it like that, of course.
I know.
But he's simple in that he generally knows what he wants and what he wants to do, and that's it. Yeah. How about easygoing?
I would say yes.
I feel like it's hard to say because we have put him in a situation that would make someone like him perpetually stressed. That is keeping the ship together.
Mm.
So I feel like it's hard to get an accurate read on that.
I think easygoing is more of a personality thing, right? Like it doesn't seem particularly stressed about the work, right? Just like the work has to happen. I guess I'll get it done.
How do you feel about that, Miakin?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna say I'm easygoing. Doug is
Uh,
basically my spirit animal.
how about makes do with what he has?
Yeah, definitely. Did you see the amount of shit that we didn't have when he was trying to do the initial repairs?
Mm.
Okay. All right.
But I did have pre-tech tools.
Did have pre-tech tools.
Chris, I'm trying to vouch for you here.
Well, no, you did have pre-tech tools, and you made do with pre-tech tools.
See,
That
there you
is
go.
true. I did make do with what I had then.
I think more in support. You did cannibalize a system because it was adequate for repairing what you needed to repair.
Mm.
Yeah.
And this one where we may be stretching on values hard work.
Hmm.
I think that one's a given.
That's dubious.
Yeah.
I will ask though that it really is intended more as values hard work when others are doing it. You know, it values when others
Yeah.
perform hard work or work hard, I should say.
Yeah, I'd say so. He
Yeah, I
seemed to
don't-
appreciate Das jumping in to help, and same when Percy started leveling up Fix.
You're a very good advocate, Viral. I'm gonna
Mhm.
I'm gonna put in a disagreement because that was always a if you want to. It seemed like
Yeah,
it.
that's
Mm.
fair. Yeah, because so far, I would say Douglas has been kind of. It's not that I don't know. I wouldn't say he like does it via heart, but you know, it's like hasn't. It's really more. You know, he's more inclined to just go ahead and do it himself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Okay.
which
that's
is
fair.
slightly different from being hard. Yeah, being hardworking is different from valuing hard work necessarily.
Yeah.
Maybe he values it. I would say he's valued for doing it himself, but
Mhm.
We'll
But
put
maybe
it down
he doesn't
to
really
this.
care what other people do.
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll put it down to this. How much does he care about if Das is, you know, putting in the elbow grease, or John is, you know, getting himself out there on the ships?
I think he's kind of been too wrapped up in like doing things himself.
Okay.
So
I am gonna strike that one out for
Yeah.
now.
no, that's fair.
I'm about to save. If you've got anything that you're changing on your sheet, make sure you finish it.
Go ahead, go for it.
All right. And with that, Acid puts Douglas into the stasis pod, or helps him into it, and sets up for a similar process. You know, she's gonna set the stasis timer for a half hour, and actually after Elise, I think she's gonna set it for only 10 minutes.
Yeah.
She's a little bit worried that maybe that was too long and that impacted things.
Well, we'll see. Maybe. Of course, we were. I mean, I don't know. We were worried Elise's was the most traumatic.
I mean, the rest of us, we don't know.
We
Yeah,
have
that's
no
true.
idea.
We all could have been deeply traumatized. That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Das did. Yeah, I guess Das was. There's concerns there too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Um,
There is like at
Considering
least
some of
one
the-
memory that is going to be in Das's one that I am specifically going to avoid. Like Das is specifically going to avoid a specific memory in there.
Hopefully, it's not the dominant.
I'm hoping it's not the dominant, but we'll find out. Yeah. I think there's like maybe 3 that I'm interested in, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we get to Das.
All right. Douglas's memoryscape is a little bit more peaceful than Sarah's was. It seems structured, like almost like he's actually in a 3D cube. It is still nauseating. It is still multidimensional and no-dimensional and disorienting. But in the midst of all that, there feels like some small amount of stability that could be clung to. That is, by the way, his dominant memory.
The cube.
Well, the structure is being afforded by his dominant memory.
Gotcha.
So, what does Doug want to explore?
I mean, the first one is when he's blowing up, like his big crime where he's blowing up the government buildings on Vig. Vig is the planet, right? And Vig Youth System. Vig's the planet.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, yeah. So on Vig. What, any memories leading to or adjacent to that event?
Okay, one moment, please. The base difficulty of this is 8 plus 1 for slight divergence from pre-wipe Doug. So difficulty is 9.
And what am I rolling?
This is going to be a fixed wisdom check.
Oh, seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
So
That's pretty good.
yeah, this isn't improvised. This is not something that I can copy paste. So
Gotcha.
take that in mind for
Start
notes.
typing.
Yep. The semi-structured cube or box that Douglas finds himself inside of his memories reforms to be buildings and streets and structures surrounding him. It's night, or it feels like night, although the sun's out, and Zug is skulking about, and then it's fully day, and then it's night again. This memory chains from one building to another as if he's just walking along the street, and at each point, at each building, there's a small satchel of explosives being planted and hidden by brush or rubble. It looks like he spent a few days planting all of this, and it culminates in a distant view of the city. His memory has him walk up a road for a few meters and turn around, and the city is a half a kilometer away. He pulls out a burner phone, a compad, clearly a burner phone.
Essentially, trigger.
Yep. And triggers. The city goes up in a fireball. He hasn't exploded everything, but what
A lot.
what Doug can pick out is that these were he hit dozens of important infrastructure sites throughout the city. No residential. This was power plants, government, administrative offices. He had targets, and it was
infrastructure and everything too, though. Oh, I guess it does say infrastructure facilities.
yeah. He had targets, and it was very heavily the government.
Yeah. I don't have any sense of like emotion tied to it. Like,
Anger.
Okay. Anger.
Yeah, anger, and a sense of loss,
And is it?
like vindication.
Okay.
Yeah, I got you, Nox. Okay.
All right. Is there? I guess moving on. Is there anything tied to? Oh, I think I had the picture with me and a few other like a band, right?
Mhm.
Are there any memories associated with them? Or, if there's not one you have already prepared, I'd rather
Nope,
get one of those.
there are memories associated with them.
All right.
Yeah. Difficulty here is 9.
All right.
And this is going to be a perform wisdom skill check.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, a little works. It's one less.
Let's see.
Guess I should get my
Douglas.
performance +2 for next time.
All right. Yeah. This memory comes fairly quick on the heels of Doug thinking it and wanting to find it. It's not his dominant memory, but it is a key memory for him. And he finds himself in a garage, practice with the band, girlfriend rocking the drums, Levin on keyboard, twins Ronnie and Donnie on vocals. Angie wants a hit, just a little pickup, but they've all been clean for a month. They're gonna make it? Gonna get their music off this rock? Bad intonation on that. They're gonna make it. Gonna get their music off this rock. He takes Angie aside and calms her while the twins order delivery. Bangers and mash again.
Bangers and mash. Interesting. So the classic rocker story.
It's not far off, no.
Yeah.
So is Angie the girlfriend then?
Mm-hmm.
Presumably.
Nice.
Do I have it? So presumably this is that's probably before the whole imprisonment.
Yes, this is before the imprisonment. There's no sense of resentment. It's all hope and optimism and a laid back,
looking up.
yeah, laid back, life is good attitude. This is an actual positive memory. The first one we've encountered this entire session.
Poor memory.
I don't know. From what I've heard of Douglas, big explosion sounds like a positive memory.
Yeah, no.
He killed a lot of people.
Yeah, he's not great about. He likes the explosions, but yeah, killing the people doesn't really feel Doug.
431 confirmed dead in that attack.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people.
And all I can really draw now, the only conclusion so far I could draw from what I have is about essentially probably something happened to the band members or the Angie that led to a lot of anger. But yeah, I just don't have enough to really say what triggered that. But hey, at least I was feeling angry. I didn't just feel happy about it. So at least Past Dog wasn't a complete psychopath, even if he did kill a lot of people that are probably innocent.
Huh?
Because some might think there might have been some people on this ship that were psychopaths.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That's okay. I'm actually making a reference to some reveals from the last campaign.
Interesting.
There was some really interesting ones there too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Does Douglas want to press
I was
on?
just worried. I just wanted to make sure. I'm just glad Doug wasn't a psychopath about it.
Oh yeah, you blew up 400 odd civilians, but
yeah,
400 odd people, but you felt bad, so it was okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was from a place of anger.
I mean, would you prefer he didn't feel bad?
Yeah, right. I was like, I don't know. I would have been more concerned if he or maybe if he felt empty, or just didn't feel anything from doing it, right?
I would prefer if he didn't get fucked up so badly in the first place that he thought that was a
I
good
guess there-
idea.
I guess vindication is kind of presumably a good feeling.
Mm.
There maybe there's some psychopathy. We'll worry about that down the road. Anyways, those are the two ones that I specifically had in mind. But I guess we could think something Raza related. Either joining the Raza or any major Raza events that I was involved in that aren't included in my crime report. That makes sense, Dex?
Okay. Yep. That's a fairly easy memory with a base difficulty of 6, but you're at +5, so it's going to be an 11, and you'd be rolling this with fix and wisdom. These are all going to be wisdom, by the way. So sorry for those of you who have a penalty. You'll just have to deal with it.
Well, memory it is.
Yeah, no. In thinking about how he joined the Raza, circumstances that led him to that, a raging inferno of anger rushes over him, and this is not the Raza. This is that structure that he's been seeing pervade his dreamscape. Another day in lockup, same as the last. He can't feel pain for the friends he lost in the fire anymore. He tries and there's just nothing. No love for anyone, anything, just anger. If he can't even hurt over his childhood sweetheart, did he ever really love her? He can't remember feeling anything except anger for being framed. He didn't start that fire.
Oh, boy howdy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's rough. Being, framed or falsely accused of basically killing all your best friends, and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Of course, the doubting our own emotions before. It's brutal, man. It's brutal.
Oh, sorry.
No, I appreciate it. It's good for you to invoke feelings as a storyteller.
Yeah. Good. Because these feelings are now at a +9 difficulty.
Oh. I need to.
Yeah, if you want to continue on and try anything else.
Oh, I can continue. Okay,
Yeah.
so I thought it was.
No, the failing doesn't take you out of it, but it does add more difficulty than
Okay.
the just subsequent.
So wait, you say it was a +9?
Yeah, and the lowest
Can
is
I-
a difficulty 6.
So I need a 15. So I don't. I guess I could roll a 12 and get 15.
Okay.
So I have a 1 in 36 chance.
The skill is
it
dependent
depends on the skill.
on what kind of scene you're trying to get to.
Yeah. Well, can I try the same one that I did before with the Raza related, so on and so forth?
That
Join the
I'm gonna
Raza?
say no.
Okay.
That memory pathway is already flooded.
Gotcha. With the dominant memory,
Yeah.
if you will. All right. I mean, I guess events leading up to our memories being wiped. Anything there?
Another question.
Yeah, what's up?
That's the more practical.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you had a question, Navarro.
No, I said there's a question.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. And if you remember, I said I had like maybe 3 things. That's one of them.
Yeah, I think that's a
So-
fair question. Go ahead and roll your fix check, and we'll see if I need to improvise at all.
Yeah. Probably not. It's a 1 in 36. But hey, double sixes. No.
No.
That's almost as far as it gets.
For a second, I believed.
Yeah.
Douglas feels the lockup anger again. It will not go away. And at this point, any further checks would be at plus 13 difficulty.
Yeah. Ouch. Not gonna happen.
Ouch. Yeah.
No, I do like that system though, because the whole query and
I like it a lot better than what I did last time.
naturally, yeah. Well, it naturally limits itself on.
Yeah, instead of
without having to push yourself and risk.
Yeah, for a little bit of context, so you take 5 system strain for that, but in
That's
the
fine.
previous campaign, there was if you're viewing things like it was basically some system strain for each memory, and there was
a random amount.
It was a very random amount, yeah, and there was a threshold where if you hit your cap, then you could die, but your first one could be revived freely. It was, this is a lot nicer.
Your first death was free.
Your first death was free. And then basically you just waited until your system strain got back to a point and tried it again. But this time I'm saying that once you've been in, it's gonna take about a week for the memories to kind of reorient so they can be accessed again.
I did wonder about that. Like, can we go back in? But, cool.
I figure we cross that road when we get there.
So we've got Nox, Das, and Percy, who also still want to go.
I'm keen, but if anyone else is desperate, they can go first.
Just to be clear, Douglas is gonna wake up just fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Like like hand clenching.
Does Douglas reject the support over to the bed like Elise did, or?
No, he's fine. Like he's fine to move, but he's just kind of like walk out of the room, like says, "I don't want to talk about it."
Right.
And go back to his room.
Acid looks after him as he goes, and then looks at the other 3 of you that haven't. Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I still want to know.
Maybe these memories were taken for a reason. Maybe you wanted them gone.
Percy just sort of shrugs a little bit and says, "Well, if it was me that chose to have them gone, now I'm choosing to want some of them back."
And what did Elise say, Jackal?
You don't get to have a say in this.
I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I just want you to think about it.
Yeah, no, I thought about it for the hour that Elise was in there, or for the half hour that Elise was in there, and yeah, let's go.
Who's next? And,
if neither Das nor Nox are making any moves, Percy's going to step forward.
I'm probably going to put a pin in mine until next week, just because I want the chance to write more questions.
Okay.
Oh, good shout, actually.
Okay. Then, if Das isn't trying to squeeze in past Percy.
Yeah, I mean, Das is like... It's clear that she wants to go in there, but she's not going to be, like, rushing for it. If Percy's clearly eyeing it for next, then, yeah, Percy can go next. She's not going to be trying to jump in front.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, I guess it's me then.
Alright, let me pull up your character and add the list. And let's go down that list.
Oh, but that's right. Everyone else gets to roast my role-playing decisions now.
Yeah.
Strong.
Just remember, people. I was on your side. Please be gentle.
Roast.
Strong sense of self-preservation.
I don't think he's done anything terribly reckless, has he?
Yeah, I can't think of any instance of like ignoring that sort of thing.
He did charge the guy in the bathroom that had the gun instead of taking cover.
Yeah, I was gonna say the bathroom was definitely not a self-preservation kind of fight.
This is true.
That's
This
true.
is true.
I will also
And I
remind you all about the first fight that we got in, where I shot the guy instead of anyone else asking any questions because he had a gun and he was pointing at us.
That is also very true.
So
Yeah.
it's about a 50-50.
It's self-preservation. If someone threatened him, they're going down.
He was
sounds about right.
eager to find and confront the space ghosts, space zombies.
Self-preservation as well. If they're dead, then I know they're not chasing us from. Like, that was. It probably sounds like I'm trying to justify it, but that was just like. I'm going to fight them at some point. I'd rather do it on our terms.
Yeah.
His
But strong sense of self-preservation
active,
is not
passive.
cowardice.
There's a big difference.
I think you both just said the same thing, but Jack, could I have you repeat it one more?
Yeah.
Because
I said his self-preservation is active and not passive. Big
Yeah.
difference.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's actively preserving.
Yeah, eliminate the threat before it eliminates us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just go out and find the threat rather than waiting for it to come to you.
Well, how do you feel like you've been
Coward.
presenting him, Viral? Do you think that you've been characterizing self-preservation?
I would say that, like, obviously self-preservation is a thing that we're all trying to take into consideration, but I feel like the way it was worded on the character sheet made it sound, and the way that I've heard people talk about past Percy, makes it sound like self-preservation at the expense of looking after other people. And no, Percy, since losing his memory, has been looking out for other people as well as himself, so
Okay.
make of that what you will.
Yeah, I'll take that. But I mean, I'll take that explanation there and appreciate the honesty there. How about rude and insensitive?
Unfortunately, I don't think Percy's been terribly rude or insensitive.
No.
Yeah, no, not
I'm
really.
sorry, Percy.
Not really. No, that's fine. That's fine. I wouldn't really say so either. I was trying to portray it as a sort of like nature versus nurture thing, with him only being a rude, insensitive hard ass because he grew up as a space pirate.
Okay. Grudgingly heroic when nobody else can help.
I'll let everyone else judge that one.
I don't think he's been grudgingly.
Oh, goody.
I mean, the problem is when your traits are, it's like.
When your traits are, you were an asshole.
Yeah. It's like a trait. It's like, is an asshole. It's like, well, I don't think you were an asshole. It's like, well, yes, you want us to say yes, so it's easier for you to get your memories.
I will consider.
No, I want you
It's also like,
to be honest.
If we get rid of the grudgingly, absolutely, wholeheartedly.
yeah. I mean, he's steps up.
I will consider the
I just don't think it's
context.
grudging.
Someone who is only out for themselves, but then is heroic when nobody else can help, is grudging. Someone who's not only out for themselves is simply heroic when nobody else can help. And I think that still qualifies, so I'm giving you that one.
I appreciate that.
Valuables.
Personally, I would say yes, but I'm not sure how much of that is Percy and how much of that is just me as a player.
Guns are valuable.
Values
True.
Thunder Gun.
Guns are very
True.
valuable. I'm gonna say yeah.
You made a case for the greatest value in navigating the ships. I think that one's also true. There haven't been enough good examples or situations to test that, but I think generally it's been true. So you're coming into this.
Believe me, when there are situations, Percy's eyes will be looking at dollar signs or whatever the symbol is for 250 currency.
It's the uppercase epsilon. It's just 3 bars,
Nice.
three horizontal bars.
Man, that would look fucked up if your pupils looked like that. Anyways, go
All right, so you're
Just
going into
okay.
this with a +2 dissonance difficulty bonus or difficulty. And if you're in your character sheet, I'm saving something right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
Look, the +2 here is better than having to be an asshole for the past 14 sessions.
Yes, I agree.
Yes. And Percy's memoryscape feels like it's the same general description applies. It is all spaces and no space. It is 0-point dimension and multi-dimensional. But beyond that, it feels like everything is so far away. Everything is distant. Everything is empty. There is a tickle in the back of his ear, though, like maybe something dripping or hissing. What kind of exploration does Percy want to do of his memories?
I guess we'll find out what the symbolism of the memoryscape is when I inevitably fail a check. But until then, But until then, the thing that has been on Percy's mind, pretty much, we started asking the crewmates about history, is his girlfriend Delilah, was it?
Delilah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically, he's just looking for like a memory of her. So he knows. What's been going through Percy's mind is he wants to try and track her down so that he can at least see her again, even though he's lost his memories, and see if that shakes anything loose in his head, I guess.
Okay.
But right now, the dilemma that's been going through his mind is, shit, I could walk past her in the street and not recognise her because I have no memory of her. So, yeah, just sort of some sort of memory of Delilah.
Okay. So this is a core memory. It's one that is intended to be typed, but in my procrastinations and otherwise poor time management, plus retiring early last night. So I apologize. It will be written.
No, you're fine, Dix. You haven't been well. It's okay. So what am I rolling?
This is a 6 plus the what was it, 2? Yeah, plus the 2.
Yeah.
So difficulty 8. And for the roll, hang on one sec. I think shoot. Shooting wisdom.
You're kidding me. Shoot. It's funny, I was just about to say, if he's kind, he's going to take me as me and let me roll it with shoot. I wasn't expecting you to actually do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so far it seems like the core memories are the ones where there's no clear skill goes. It seems to go to the character's primary skill.
Yeah. Well,
so Doug was on fix.
I mean,
Elise was on precog.
Oh
You
no.
were on shoot.
Oh wow! So I told you that I didn't write this, and I didn't have to.
Okay.
What Percy's dominant memory is.
Okay, this is going. Let me say, this is going to be a weekly thing for memory for Percy until I actually manage to get a mental image of her.
Yeah.
What I was saying earlier was a lie. I just didn't want you to think that I was prepared for everything. Oh man.
Okay, then what's the damage?
That's
all according to plan.
Of course, it made me well shit as well. I'm not an expert. I'm a warrior.
Well, we couldn't. Experts can't reroll either.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter for the joke. The experts have all rolled pretty well so far.
Yeah, they have.
By which I mean they haven't failed the first fucking roll.
Yeah.
On your best skill. Granted, wisdom is not your best stat.
Oh, it was a double one.
That's still neutral.
Yeah, 2 1s plus 2.
Oh man.
No.
Okay, so
Oh no.
just trying to think of this Delilah. Something is looming. There is a much more immediate. It's everywhere.
Oh shit.
All that hollowness, all that emptiness, and that dripping or that hissing. Come on, kid. It's mere space. 7 years old, first time he heard it, standing in a pool of his parents' blood. The guns were so loud, much louder than the void carbines his dad taught him to hold. And he'd heard one of the boarders shout, "Whoops, looks like you've got a hole in your hull," and then laugh. Just empty. He can't even cry. There's no tears, only numb. Come along, let's get you cleaned up. Empty.
Okay, so if I wasn't already decided that I wanted to put a bullet to this fucker's head when I first met him,
Yeah. Is that trail
Yeah.
then?
yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me this, Dex. Did when Percy's adoptive dad and his crew were talking amongst themselves, did any of them mention Percy's adoptive dad's name?
They didn't. They didn't.
Fuck.
But,
We did already find this from someone. I've got it in my notes.
Did we?
I don't remember who said it, but one of the three that we picked up on Henry Station said it. Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, you said adoptive dad. Sorry, my brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yes, sorry. Give me 1 second.
Well, yeah, but by the time that memory came up, Percy's actual dad was dead, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Trail Harmon, my notes say.
Yes, and yes, that is said. In fact, you see Trail Harmon.
Oh, good.
You see his face. You recognize him as Trail Harmon. His name is said. Oh, and actually, you recognize him from somewhere else. You saw him
no.
on
Go
Henry
on.
Station.
Oh, you're kidding.
What?
You're kidding.
What? Who?
Wow.
You never
Oh,
interacted
God.
with him. This is just
Oh, no.
a face that you saw in the background. Not even sure if he saw you.
Oh,
God.
wow.
Fucking damn it.
Wow.
You want to give me a some kind of memory test?
I'm going to say mental save.
I think notice and intelligence would work for this.
That works. I've got a +1 on notice.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, hold up.
Or
Hold up a
wisdom.
second.
I'll give you intelligence or wisdom, because wisdom would work to try and avoid pre-biasing this information.
That's fair. Would it be possible for me to get a situational bonus because I have alert as the focus? The description does say you're keenly aware of your surroundings. Would that help me at all, or?
I'm gonna say no. I know that alert
No,
did
that's
give
fair.
you bonus skill, so it has already given
Yeah.
you a little bit of bonus.
Yeah, but you can't blame a guy for trying.
I can't. The difficulty is only 6.
Oh, thank God.
Scraping it.
This is a tactical awareness situation. That's why the difficulty is only 6 for you. Trail wasn't looking at you. Trail was looking at Elise. And he was looking at her with the inconspicuous posture and the keen eyes of a man on the hunt.
Huh.
Oh, God.
We never met.
He's
Mr.
going to...
Jack. Yeah, he's not Mr.
I was going to say, he's fucking Mr. Jack, isn't he?
I was about to say, Mr. Jack.
Surely not, though, right? That'd be too crazy.
Mr. Jack.
It would be
I
very
can't even
unlikely.
forget-
It's
I
not
can't-
out of realm of possibility, but it would be very unlikely.
Yeah, because
See-
he was essentially a pirate, right?
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
yeah. That operated
they-
outside of Union space at some point, at least.
Dix, do you think it's a good? Do you think it's a good sign or a bad sign that until you said it would be unlikely, I didn't. I thought you were just trying to throw, or I didn't think you were trying to throw us off the scent. But you said it's not impossible, and I went maybe, and then it would be unlikely. Is it bad that I thought I didn't believe you until the second sentence?
I think it's a good sign that I'm learning how to correctly provide you with information. So I will say, your characters will be able to, if you like look into this or think about it, your characters will be able to be like, no, there's no way. The Jacks, Union Jacks, are like very deep within Union. And
I just noticed that pun there. I'm sorry. Remember what the flag of Great Britain is called?
Yes, I know.
Yep.
Wow.
And for someone like there's no Russian or Union-based like antics that Percy exhibits, such that he would have learned growing up. So Trail wasn't Russian or Union at the time that he was, raising Percy, on his pirate. He would only have had opportunity after he stopped being a pirate, and that's just not enough time to get that deep within Union to be a Jack.
Yeah.
So yeah, the it's very unlikely pattern, unfolds out into no, he's not.
No,
he is a bounty hunter, however.
Okay, so he won't take it personally if I gun him down and say it was just do the job. No, let's be real. If I kill him, it's absolutely personal.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I suspect if any of the rest of us subdue him, it becomes personal. We hand him over to you.
Look, we don't make the rules. Curse
Yeah.
No, the guy with the big gun makes the rules.
Well, indeed.
The guy with the big, the guy with the big gun who can turn one attack per scene into an auto nat 20 sets the rules.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyways, I imagine Percy probably comes out of the station pod whenever it happens, and he's just visibly frustrated.
Before, does he want to end it there, or does he want to try and explore around this?
Yeah.
True, actually.
It gets more difficult, but you still can try.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to. Ooh, here's a thought. Can I see if I can remember anything about? Remember on Percy's criminal record where he caused an incident at a hospital because they wouldn't let him go and see Delilah when she was in labour, was it? Or something? Yeah. Can I remember anything about that day? Can I try?
No, because he's already tried to go in that direction. He's gonna have to wait until next week.
Okay, no, that's fine. Okay. In that case, give me just a sec here. Okay, how about this? Can I roll to see if I can remember how I first crossed paths with Portia Lynn?
Yeah.
What would I be rolling there?
That's gonna be another shoot.
Nice.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's the one question I'm definitely not asking.
Shit, that's probably not good enough. It's gone up to 10, hasn't it?
It's gone up to 12.
Fuck.
You know what? I think I'm gonna remove the +2 for failing because I feel like not getting the memory that you wanted and it increasing by +2 just for the attempt anyways is sufficient. That wouldn't have changed Doug's result. And it also doesn't change your result. But I'm still going to remove the test. It was a 10 that
Good
you
to
needed.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to know. Yeah. God damn it.
Mm.
It
Yeah,
does go up. That does cause it to go up very fast.
it does. I was seeing how fast that was. I'm like, I don't think that's as fun.
Mm.
Yeah.
But Percy still finds himself standing in that pool of blood. He can't get out of this. You can still try again. It's at a difficulty of 12.
Yeah. Yeah, no, frustration is clouding Percy's thoughts at this point. Do you know what he's going to look for? And I'm probably not going to roll well enough to see this. I swear I'm not purposely picking memories that I think will let me roll shoot, by the way, just for the record.
That's fine. I do like improvising.
Yeah, but I think he's going to see if... Well, the thing that's been on Percy's mind about his adoptive dad is that pretty much everything he's heard about the guy so far has just made him out to be an asshole. And even though people are saying, maybe, like, he gave you that gun, there must be some sort of positive memories, like, don't just immediately assume he's an asshole who needs to catch a bullet. Even despite that, he's not had a positive view of the guy. So, just to check his theory, I guess? And also because he's very pissed off at his dad, his adoptive dad at this point, from having had that come in twice, but he's trying to remember other things. I'm going to see if there are any positive memories that Percy can remember of interactions with his adoptive dad.
Yeah. Roll it.
Which I imagine will probably be gunfire based.
It is. It's shoot again.
Come on.
Oh, come on.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is painful.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Percy just falls out of the capsule visibly pissed.
Acid
Like, I don't think...
turns
Like,
away.
I don't think
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like, I don't think he's really shown much of a temper at this point, or like not really shown himself really angry at any point. But he's just visibly like mouth set, brow furrowed, visibly steam almost coming out his ears. Just it's almost like there's a dark cloud surrounding his head.
Yeah, and those of you that have a different angle can see Acid turn her head away so that Percy can't see the very clear "I told you so" eye roll.
Mm.
I mean, it's too soon to say I told you so. This is all just temporary emotional responses. We'll work through them, right?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm just thinking, like, what's Das's dominant going to be, and I'm half expecting it's going to be the one I don't want to ask about.
Fucking temporary emotional response is my ass.
Because what else is worse than that? Because there'd have to be something else I don't even know about yet.
Well, that's also true. If you know there's something you don't want the answer to.
Yeah. Well, it's not that I don't want the answer. Like, I know the answer, but I don't want to experience the answer.
Yeah,
the thing.
but and also the odds are
I know pretty much what happened, but I don't want to see it.
Yeah, and the odds are if the dominant like isn't that, then it's presumably worse than that.
Indeed. Yeah. But this is also the only thing that will give any answers.
Resigned to the crew's decision, Acid looks over at Das.
Das is probably, she's stopped staring at the thing at this point, but she's just like eyes closed, clearly deep in thought, trying to work through the implications of this, work through whether this is something she wants to go through with.
In a rare case of trying to moderate her natural acidic tone to something more bedside manner. Acid says to Das, "You don't have to do this." You are who you are now. Past doesn't change that.
Hmm. Past doesn't change it, but it doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Acid shrugs just a little bit.
I need to think. And she'll just sort of walk to. Is there like a chair in the medbay at all?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Find a chair and just sit.
Yeah.
And just quietly think for a while.
Does anybody want to say anything to this? Is anybody left in the room?
Yeah, like that's the thing. Because Doug
Lisa's
woke up
just
angry and
still in there, right?
left, right?
Yeah. Doug
So
very
Elise
clearly
is
left.
still here. Did
Mhm.
Percy leave the room or not?
No, Percy's just found a corner to quietly fume in.
Right. Yeah.
Elise has just been sitting on the bed.
Hmm.
John's still here.
Actually, if Elise was
John's
still
still here.
sitting on the bed, Das would go and sit next to Elise where she was sat before, rather than finding a chair.
Well, there's silence from Acid. The others of your crew are around the ship, performing work that needs to be done. Koana would really like to be here, but well, actually, I take that back. I don't think anyone actually knows what's going on here, except for Acid and you guys.
We've kept it pretty quiet, I think.
Yeah.
Oh. Hmm.
So it is just you, minus Doug.
Hmm. Das will just sort of look over to Elise, and just sort of look at her current state, and just ask, was it worth it?
That's yes and no.
Hmm.
I at least we'll like pivot and look at desk. I don't know what you want to find out, but if you want to learn anything about past you, you know you kind of have to do it, right?
Yeah. This is the only way to get it, really.
I'm not gonna tell you not to, and I'm not gonna tell you to do it.
She'll stand from the bed, and there's a moment as she starts moving that maybe she's heading for the door, but no, she goes for the pod.
Acid's lips pinch in a tight line, and she sets Das up for the memory. Everything in one place, everything in distant, 0 point space, and multi-dimensional space, disorienting and nauseating. And on top of all of that, cluttered. So much stuff. If Das was claustrophobic, well then she wouldn't be Das. But this is this is a claustrophobe nightmare. It's also a clean freak's nightmare. You can't even really identify any of the clutter. It's just the sensation of it's cluttered here. It's like an AI decided to throw the kitchen sink into everything, but the kitchen sink is pliers and some a jacket and the chain link fence.
Oh God, the teenager has a mindscape like a teenager's bedroom. Who would have thought?
And just to sort of slightly figure a thing out. Previous stuff, the appearance as it goes in has been linked to the dominant memory, right?
It has, yeah.
Yeah, that's going where I think it's going, I think. But hopefully we don't go there. If it's what I think it is, I do not want to go there. But
So,
I guess that's,
where do you want to go?
Well,
where do I want to go? Yeah,
Don't
so...
go crapping.
Well, I think first off we need the what's it called? Thingies, right? Traits.
Oh yes, thank you.
Because otherwise I don't have a base difficulty to go with.
that's very true.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think I'm pretty close actually on these, but we'll see. See what the
So,
rest of you think.
well, we start off with kind-hearted.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, think about it. She's done what, 2 birthdays and a Christmas so far.
I feel like this one would be given for basically everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but I do feel like Dasa showed it particularly well. Like, none of the rest of us were even thinking that. She's sort of not quite the beacon of morale, but not far off it. You know?
Yeah. Wants to belong or fit in.
Not sure. I guess she went like.
Helping around is kind of, getting along, fitting in kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
nod.
true. And she does keep like trying to learn more things to be able to do more stuff. And there was also on Mona, she went in with Koana and to blend in, basically going to get desserts and stuff, while the rest of us were doing stuff. Remember?
Yeah. Oh, and also I should go back. Not viral. Ginja, did you have any thoughts on the kind-hearted? What was your verdict on that?
I agree with what was said basically.
All right. And how do you feel about
that's where I've been trying to go.
About whether you've been presenting her as wanting to belong or fit in?
Yeah, possibly a little bit weaker, but I have been trying to go there.
I feel like you have, yeah.
Yeah, one of the aspects of that that I've really tried to, it's potentially subtle, but I think I've done it each time. Anytime she gets referred to as kid, she does not like that.
Oh.
The one time she got called Das, that was good.
Yeah.
So and that's like nobody else gets called kid or dude or we get called names, and She likes it when people use the name.
Yeah. And I'll say I do think that she has been. It's harder to see because as a base, like the base level, she was already in part of the crew, so she didn't start off as feeling like an outsider there. But yeah, I definitely agree that she still fits that. Likes tinkering in puzzles.
No shit, really?
Yeah. I don't think that one's even remotely in question.
All right. And what about values people?
I'd say seems like it, yeah.
I would also
Again
say
with the try to keep people's morale up thing,
birthday.
Birthday.
Yeah, that's an example, yeah.
Mhm.
What do you say on that,
kindness.
Ginja?
Or kind.
Yeah, birthdays, keeping track of that. The piano thing as well, like figuring out something to do there that would help. Yeah.
So Das is the only one whose core personality hasn't changed as much. Now the personality may have changed, of course, but those traits that inform how she acts have stayed fairly solid.
Well, you start off nice. You could stay that way.
Was Das already shared with everyone? Are all of your characters available to each other?
They are.
Okay.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've saved it, and it said shared with everyone, and I was like, wait a minute.
I never noticed.
Yeah, everyone should see everyone's sheets.
Okay.
Time to start sabotaging each other.
So Das goes into this with no increased difficulty.
Okay.
Okay.
That's going to be useful because I suspect the dominant memory is one I do not want to see.
In fairness, even if I didn't have the increased difficulty, I still would have absolutely torpedoed that first roll.
Your rolls were so bad.
That first roll was never going to work. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the first place that she's going to try and go, the first memory she wants to look at is... It's a question that she's kind of asked before, but didn't get a real answer to. So I guess she's kind of like trying to ask herself this question now. On Nali Vomita, were there any people who sort of filled that role of like parents, guardians, protectors, anything of that nature? Especially if it's a positive interaction, but see what we get.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Unfortunately, this is not going to be fixed or programmed for Das.
No, I didn't expect it to be, but it's fine.
Let's see.
Connect?
I'm gonna put it at sneak.
Sneak. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sneak. And you said everything in here was wisdom, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a 5.
That is a 5.
I don't know what my difficulty was, but it's probably more than 5.
It was 6.
I'm guessing. It was 6. Well, I guess we're finding out what that dominant memory is then. I have a suspicion it includes the word airlock.
Well, the clutter surrounding her solidifies, becomes real. She can feel it. It's comforting, and it's final. Surrounded by trash, life ebbing slowly on crimson streams. It was a shit life. People in life are shit. Just end it. This isn't the first time. Friends surround her, frantic, begging her to hold on. It hurts all over, but that'll stop soon. They'll live on in this shithole after she's gone. Not quite what I think she was expecting.
No, that's not what I was expecting. But maybe it's worse, as I think was mentioned. Like anything that's going to take priority over the airlock is going to be worse, and this might actually be worse.
Yeah, it's an attempt to kill herself, and it's.
Is it too soon for me to joke about how Elise and Das have something else in common now?
Maybe a little too soon, yeah.
Maybe a little too soon. Yeah.
This was not the first time. The friends around her have been through this before.
Right.
She felt feelings of worthlessness, and like it just didn't matter. Like everything hurts, and she wants it all to be better, but it never will be. Hopelessness.
Yeah.
Well, that's cheery. You want to go for a different memory?
Yeah. That's
For bonus point here, Dasa can look at her wrists and see the faintest scars that she perhaps hadn't noticed before.
Right. Yep.
Oh.
Can I? And I know this is a weird time to do that, but like, can I maybe roll something to work out how long ago the most recent one of those was?
Once you're out of
Okay. Yeah.
Well, we'll take two approaches. Once you're out of the memory, yes, you can try and analyze the scar tissue. But if you want to try and find the absolute most recent, then that's
Right. It's like I could find the memory of the most recent if I wanted. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. We're definitely not doing that. I'll go the medical route once I'm out.
Yeah, because she feels that she felt her Das in this memoryscape felt herself like when you give blood is but worse because it's all going.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Well, hopefully that only happens once, because if that happens a few times in a row, Das might just fall out of the pod instead of walking out. Yeah. Okay. I might add another question, depending on how things go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so second memory that hopefully will actually happen. The arson of Red's repair. I'm half expecting this is going to be a bad thing, but like Das needs answers, so we're going there.
Okay.
She needs to know.
Roll. The difficulty of that is 8.
Okay. What am I doing? Is this still sneak or?
This one is going to be fixed.
This one's going to be fixed. That's worse.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, fix 0, sneak 1.
I can give you sneak for it also.
Okay.
It is I forgot that your fix was actually worse.
Yeah, I haven't bumped fix yet because Doug does it all. So.
I was about to say it's only a 1 point difference, but I would have quite appreciated a 1 point difference.
Indeed, I don't want that 1 point difference because it makes it worse. Yeah, okay, sneak whiz. That's better.
Okay.
You said 8, right? So.
I did.
Okay. Get some answers.
You do. Give me just 1 second.
Of course, the 9 rolls for you works for you and you roll it.
Yeah, I got
not
it,
salty.
I got it a little bit earlier.
Appreciating it. Yeah, not salty, just appreciating the irony.
Hang on real quick. I'm actually adding something to this one because I feel like I left out too much detail when I initially wrote it. But I'll do that after. I'll type it in after. The confines of the sewage or ventilation shaft that she was apparently living in when she last in that memory trying to take her life expands outward to a city street. It's unpaved dirt with ramshackle buildings here and there, all made of wood. And there it is, Red's Repair. The smell of grease and the whir of machines. It was comfortable and familiar, and it was too good to last. That crypto box Red was contracted to unlock must contain something valuable. She took it, and that night learned his shop burned down. You have at least answered that. Das did not burn down the shop.
Yeah, that's the answer I was hoping for, is that it was not me, I just happened to be there sometime close by, and it was, yeah. Or it was an accident, but yeah, I'll take wrong place. Like, theft is definitely a less severe thing than arson and murder. Like, I'll take a theft over an arson and murder.
Would you roll me a notice int check, please?
I absolutely can. Oh, I like notice int. 8.
Ooh. Your check was more difficult. It was an 8, but one of the people in this scene, the man that she remembers handing the crypto box to Red, contracting him to unlock it, looks familiar. She remembers seeing him on Henry Station.
Oh no, you're joking, aren't you?
Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
What is Henry Station?
Oh no!
The nexus of all worlds.
Yeah. Well, I'm. Yeah.
When you say he looks familiar, does he remind us of Percy? Actually, no, there's no reason he would remind us of
No,
Percy.
there's no reason he would. There's no reason he would. Yeah. But
Yeah, not biological.
I suspect that is the thing, though. I suspect that is who it is, but there's no the thing there. Like, there's no way that Das would. Like, you'd have to get a picture and show Das, I would assume, to. Yeah.
It's funny because Dex is just like us all assume this. He hasn't actually said anything apart from the guy looks familiar. It could be anyone that we've seen before.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're all just assuming like that it is, but like it seems very connected to not be. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I think once Das is out, there will be some talk about that, and then that might be Percy maybe brings that up at that point. You know?
No, Percy's far too steamed for civil conversation right now.
Yeah, it's not going to be immediately on exit. Yeah, you know, this is like a couple of days later. Maybe there's a conversation, but
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, no, because Das will probably need like a day or two to sort through what she's seeing in here anyway. So.
And it's probably going to take Percy about that long to sort through how pissed he is that he didn't get anything that he didn't already know.
I do want to put out that.
Sorry, yeah, Dex, go on.
I intend for you to be able to not change the dominant memory, but work through issues relating to it, so that when you fail, you get a different core memory instead of the dominant. You can kind of sidestep it, so that at least you don't just keep failing and getting the same thing. Viral.
Yeah, it's like you work through the issues caused by that, and then there's a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So does that mean that Percy shoots adoptive dad will get a different memory when I fail, inevitably fail more rolls?
What was that?
I said, does that mean that if Percy shoots his adoptive dad, I'll get a different memory when I inevitably fail more rolls?
Yeah, probably, yeah. I will certainly take either role playing through it over scenes, or in not even full scenes, but mentions in scenes, or just shooting him.
Yeah, I do think it'd be really funny if that wound up being Percy's new core memory, like shooting him. I just imagine him failing and going, "God damn it, I remember this! I know I was there, I did that, I'm looking for something new."
Yeah.
Does Das want to continue on?
Yeah, there's one more, and it's kind of a well, we've said likes puzzles. It's kind of a piece of a puzzle that she wants to find. It's basically the lead up to step, like what actually went on there. And there's not a specific moment that I want to see. I want to sort of let whatever is in here, whatever bits of memory are in here, guide me to the right memory. I want to understand how we got to where we ended up.
Okay. Your difficulty is at +4. So this is a 10, and you would be rolling it with program wisdom.
Program wisdom. I'll take that. 2 dice. That's an 8.
Oh.
Yep. That's an 8.
Yep. Finds herself surrounded by trash and
that might be the
blood.
lowest program check Das has ever rolled. by quite a margin as well, I think.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You can try again, but it's at a 12. Well, you can try a different one. You can try something else.
A different thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's. I think seeing that again, and also not really having anything else specific, not going to push any further.
Okay. Okay.
Hang on. Yeah, there is that. There is that, but that difficulty. that's quite a high. Like with wisdom, that's I need to roll a 9, assuming it's a good skill. No, I think
for context, I just gave Gunja a suggestion.
Yeah. Around 607. But I think maybe that would have been in Das's mind to start with, but seeing the dominant memory twice, it's gone. She'll maybe think of it again for next time, but it's gone for now.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Next time will be easier for me because I have the same fucking questions.
Yeah. Well, I've only got one less, you know.
You sure you didn't get more?
Well, yeah, I have effectively one less question. But
I mean, your dominant memory also counts as a new one, doesn't it? Because it wasn't what you were expecting.
it wasn't what I was expecting, but I don't want to see the thing that I did expect, so I'm not going to ask about that. Yeah,
No,
like
I mean,
the thing I
technically
did,
it's two
the
new
thing I
things, you
did
know?
expect is well, yeah. No, the thing I did expect is a thing I don't want to see either. Like that. That's not a, you know. Yeah.
Be
It's
careful, that might
something
be
that
your new
made.
dominant if you're...
I was gonna say it's something that made Acid look sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what were you saying, Viral?
Oh, I was just saying, be careful. If you work through the trauma around the self-harming thing, their look might become your new dominant memory.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm sure Dex isn't that evil, and I totally didn't just mention this to give him that idea as a possibility, right?
I was just gonna go down the list, but I didn't really write these in any particular order, so maybe I'll just decide.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'd be entirely fine with that being a dominant at some point if we get that far.
Yeah.
But,
No,
yeah.
and I wasn't
Look,
just gonna go down the list.
Yeah.
Look, if it means Das improves her self-worth enough that that's not her dominant memory anymore, that's a win in itself.
Well, indeed. Yeah. Okay.
One important thing that, well, I'll save that for later because I think Acid has more conversation for you, after this has occurred. We're right at our ending time, so let's get a quick view of how Das comes out of the stasis tube.
Yeah. She kind of comes out of it the same way she went in that she exits, seems a little unsure of where to go, and ends up going and sitting back on the bed next to Elise. And just sitting very quietly.
Yeah.
And just staring straight ahead at the floor.
Unless anybody has anything to add, I think that's a good place to end.
I did actually have a quick scene that I was hoping to do with Douglas. It'll probably be really short, though.
Does anyone mind staying a couple minutes?
I will not be able to stay a couple minutes, but I have a scene that I want to do right now before I leave that shouldn't be more than like a minute, if that's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
At least we'll look over at Das, see how troubled she looks. Do you need like a hug or something?
Das doesn't say anything, but just slowly starts leaning over towards you.
Aww.
At least we'll just wrap an arm around one shoulder and bring the other one around and just, the side hug.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the lean doesn't stop happening. Like, the lean just keeps going.
Does she end up in Elise's lap?
She's not like leaning over for a hug. She's leaning over and she's just going to keep leaning until you stop her.
Yeah, until you stabilize her.
I'm sure they find a nice stable position where the lean ceases to continue. Not that the lean stops, just
Yeah, the lean stops increasing.
Yes.
Yes.
The angle is now consistent.
Yes. The angle is probably approached 90 degrees unless you've
Definitely not 90 degrees.
Elise isn't ready for a lap, kid.
maybe 30 degrees. At least we'll scooch over a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
You have reached equilibrium of lean.
Equilibrium of lean. Yeah.
All right. Viral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think at some point after, like, long enough after that, it's not clearly a response to Das leaning over for a hug from Elise, but eventually Percy just sort of, not quite stomps to his feet because he's not walking, but he just sort of storms to his feet and just strides out of the room, still very visibly pissed off. Almost stalks out of the room, I guess would be the word. And heads for... where in the ship has like a decent amount of space?
Drop cargo.
What's a decent sized room that people probably aren't using at the moment?
Cargo
Your
room?
which room, Yakin?
I was saying the cargo.
Yeah,
Sure,
cargo.
Douglas.
If you want a lot of space.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, so Percy's like stalking through the corridors towards the cargo room, and I imagine he just, by narrative convenience, crosses paths with Douglas, who I imagine is probably still pissed as well.
Yeah, it's probably like, he went to his room first and he's like, I gotta work.
So he's energy.
He's actually probably in the process of like grabbing some spare parts that we have built up in there to, So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so they just sort of cross paths. Hi, Douglas, you still look fucking pissed off as well. Not like what you found?
They fucking framed me.
Aye, come on. I'm going to the cargo hold. I'm going to grab some fucking pillows and wrap blankets around them or something and just punch the fuck out of them until I feel better. And just shout and
Try to
rant
be
a little bit.
productive, but that does sound good.
Yeah, no, you're not. You ain't gonna get shit done. You're too pissed. Come on, work out the frustration first. And then they'll just wait, route by Percy's room.
Up.
Yeah, they'll route by Percy's room so that you can grab a couple of pillows and like some blankets or something, I guess.
Mhm.
And then just make for the cargo hold. Percy basically wraps the blanket around a pillow, and then just puts it on a table and starts aggressively punching the shit out of it downwards. And
So just imagining walking to the cargo with pillows and blankets. It's like it's just hard to get. It's hard to stay angry.
Yeah. Unless Douglas initiates conflict, Percy's probably too focused on getting his anger out to say anything. But if Douglas wants to start conversation, then yeah, it's an option.
Yeah, no, he's fine with stewing in it.
Fucking bastard! Memory thing. Can't get idiot. I can't believe we were on fucking Henry Station and I saw him and didn't fucking know.
Wait, what the fuck? He was there?
Oh yeah, you mind that fuckstick that fucking killed my actual parents and they adopted me as a kid and brought me up as a fucking space pirate? Remember?
What the hell are the chances?
Yeah, turns out pretty fucking good actually. We literally saw him on Henry Station. He was staring at Elise like he wanted to shoot her, and I didn't even fucking know it was him. Percy just slams his fist into the pillow again.
Huh. That's gonna. Yeah, that'll take a little bit of Doug's edge off. It's like, shit, that's wild.
Don't fucking say it. And the fucking worst thing, didn't even get anything else at the bastard fucking memory thing. Every time I tried, just him again, standing in my dad's fucking blood. Fuck.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna make us I think I can do something. I'm gonna go start working on making a punching bag. I think we'll need it going forward.
Yeah.
I imagine Douglas just looking at Percy like, I'm just imagining Douglas looking at him like, yeah, I'm not going into that. So yeah, Percy basically beats the shit out of the pillow for about 10 or 15 minutes, and by the end of it, he seems to have calmed down a bit. Fucker.
All right.
Okay, I think I'm done for now. Just bring the stuff back by my room when you're done with it, okay?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Weird.
Yeah, and then at that point, Percy will just pick up his blanket and pillow and head back to the room.
Seems like a good place to end it. Any last comments on that, there, Meowkin? Just close.
No, yeah, I'm fine with closing.